for SmackDown, and this is going to be a very, very tasty SmackDown. And the reason why I say that is because this is the final SmackDown before Survivor Series. So I'm kind of expecting this to be completely off the chain. The thing is, though, I've got to be honest, we've had a couple of big beatdowns on Raw and on NXT. They're all right, but I don't know. I mean, another one tonight to end the show? I don't know. I don't want to say I'm getting bored of them, but I really do wish that these big beatdowns had maybe just something a bit more to them. For me, one of the most exciting parts of the NXT big beatdown was that moment where Kairi Sane saw Io Shirai and they were both staring at each other and neither really recognized each other because they've both changed. They've both become heels. And just that little moment I thought was absolutely brilliant. So I'm looking for that. I'm looking for those little moments tonight rather than another big brawl. If we get another big brawl, then cool. Look, I haven't got no issue with them. It's really exciting to see main roster talent at NXT, you know? Seth in the ring and Drew coming back, and it was good. Don't get me wrong, it was good. But, yeah, I'm really hoping they give us something just a little different tonight. I'm not asking for much, just something a little different. That's all I want. So we'll have to wait and see. Of course, I think it's just going to be a big beatdown. I'm sure there's going to be lots of NXT talent, Raw talent, obviously SmackDown's there. I'd like some kind of a surprise. I'd like one. Go-home shows tend to be a little bit flat, to be honest. I don't think this one will. Fox have obviously spent a lot of money. It's a big weekend for WWE. And we're streaming it as well. We're here tomorrow. We are here tomorrow for War Games. We're going to be doing a stream. We're here on Sunday. We're here on Sunday for Survivor Series. So looking forward to both of those. And then, of course, we're back on Monday for Raw, NWA on Tuesday, NXT AE Dub on Wednesday. It's your non-stop wrestling shop right here. So, yeah, very excited. But, yes, I would like a little surprise. You know, who doesn't like surprises? Hello to everyone that is in the chat. I hope everyone is well. Let me just change this over on Twitter. I still haven't done Twitter, actually. Hello to Sue Hines. Hope you are well. Audition results came in. Not good, not bad. Eager to see Bray tonight. I can't watch live. Anyway, how are you? Hello, William. Hope you're well, buddy. Shame that your results came in and they weren't what you wanted. But hey, look, learn from it. Take that feedback. Sometimes the feedback, if you've not been successful, is as important as when you are successful. If you take that feedback on board and really apply it to all of your future auditions, then you might be more successful going forward. So you learn, don't you? You learn, so don't see it too much of a negative, my friend. Patrick O'Neill, Days No Lean is back. That is good, dude. Shout out to Patrick O'Neill. Shout out to No Lean. Big supporters of the channel. So, yeah, man, really cool that No Lean's back. Obviously, she had been in hospital and whatever, so shout out to her. Bray might be in. Yeah, we need to talk about Bray, don't we? Because for those of you that haven't seen, Bray Wyatt has been advertised for tonight. What's very interesting, Daniel Bryan is going to summon, I was going to say Funhouse Bray, but it doesn't say Funhouse Bray. It just says Bray Wyatt. But the picture is of Funhouse Bray. So Daniel Bryan is going to summon Bray Wyatt to the ring. Those are the actual words. Daniel Bryan is going to summon Bray Wyatt to the ring. And the picture was Funhouse Bray with the belt. So it's being heavily teased that Funhouse Bray could be making his in-ring debut, if you will. Now, I said in a video that I did last night, I can't see why they can't do that. I like the fact we haven't seen it, right? I don't know if I want to see it or not. I think I don't, actually. don't think I want to see it because there's still a lot of mystery around it all. And we've never seen Funhouse Bray in the arena, but we did see Funhouse Bray face to face with Seth. So if Seth can get face to face with Funhouse Bray, then why can't Funhouse Bray go out to the ring? So I don't see why it's not possible. I feel like it is possible, but I don't think it happens. And I still like all the mystery around it, so I don't even know if I want it to happen. But yeah, we could be in for some tastiness tonight. Good day, Days. Hello to good day, Nick. Hope you are well. I will still be on the stream, but I won't be chatting as much. No worries, my friend. We have a lot of people that join us. We tend to see a lot of the same kind of faces in the chat. We get new faces, new names, and people in the chat, but by and large, it tends to be the same kind of people. But I know there's a lot of people that don't jump into the chat. I do it as well. I watch a lot of streams, like I tend to watch a lot of like football streams and things. So if I'm doing a bit of research or whatever, then I can still listen to what's happening with the football. But I'm not joining in on the chat. So I know there's a lot of people. If you are one of those that watches these streams and you don't drop comments into the chat, let me take a second to say thank you and welcome. It's brilliant having all of you here. So yeah, honestly, I'm loving Fridays. I feel like now this is the WWE show. I don't know if you agree or disagree. Monday's Raw just doesn't feel like it used to anymore, you know? It feels, I mean, Raw this week was not good. It was not good at all. And it just kind of really lacks anything now. I really feel like the Funhouse was like the big thing it had, and now that's gone. It's like now we're just left with Lana and Rusev, and just like, it's not good. Whereas, obviously, wrestling is awesome on a Wednesday in NXT, but this, without doubt, is their big A show, isn't it now? So yeah, super excited. I can see I've just had a little message pop up saying my laptop's about to die. Would help had I have plugged it in. So that is exactly what I am doing now. As a new subscriber, oh, hello, Sammy. A new subscriber, love the videos, a unique channel. I like how you get your views across. Thank you very much, Sammy. We do try to be a little bit different. I mean, to be honest, a lot of the other channels, certainly the big channels out there, have got a lot of people working on them. I know the likes of WrestleMania has got a lot of employees, people that like edit the videos and come up with video ideas and whatever. That's how he's able to do as much as they can do over there. Obviously, Cultaholic, there's a lot of people that work there. Wrestle Talk, there's a lot of people that work there. There is no one but me. If anyone replies to you on Twitter, it's this guy right here. If anyone replies to you on Facebook, this guy right here. If anyone replies to an email, if anyone does anything with this channel or connected to this channel, it's your boy. So I think that means we can kind of keep the message the same, if you will, across all platforms, because literally what I think is what I think. Doesn't matter if I'm on Twitter, if I'm on YouTube, or where I am. So yeah, welcome, dude. Thank you very much for joining us. And as we said, you know, really looking forward to tonight. This for me is the A show. Days, did you listen to Jim Cornette's podcast? I have not listened to it yet. Bit of lag trouble, have we? There we go, reconnecting. So might have had a little lag for a second there. In fact, let me double check. I don't want to be talking about Jim Cornette and the seriousness of that. And don't worry, we're not going to talk about it for long. Let me have a look. Let me jump on and see if we've got any lag. What's the lag situation? Help YouTube by answering a question. Okay, no, we're good. We're good. Boom. So, yes, Jim Cornette. I'll tell you something, right? The only thing that I'm really going to say on this subject, I am very disappointed in a lot of other YouTube channels. There's a lot of YouTube channels and people... I don't really mind the people online. It's more the people that have got big channels and a lot of, like, people that watch what they say. They didn't wait for Cornette to talk. They didn't care about what he had to say. What we saw was a sentence before a trial. And that's what social media has become. Now, whatever you think about the line, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I mean, for me, the Western world is built upon fairness, justice, all this kind of stuff. And you hear both sides, and then you decide, and then you do a sentencing, okay? That's how a trial works. But this was really weird because he said the line, and some people were offended, some people weren't offended, and straight away it's like, bang, that's it, he's lost his job. It was crazy. It was crazy. The problem I had was that I felt that everything moved very, very fast. Very, very fast. I'm very sympathetic to those that were offended. I don't think the joke was meant the way a lot of people took it. And actually, Jim Cornette has come out today and said it was not racially motivated. It was not racially motivated. So it's a very touchy subject, if you will. It's a subject that really splits opinion. I just think everything moved very, very fast. Very, very fast. I mean, like, he was out of a job, like, within 24 hours. The guy didn't even get a trial, didn't even get to have a say. I mean, it does worry me. Like, a lot of people say that I'm very kind. Like, oh, you should try commentary and whatever. But I would hate to say something, have it misconstrued, and then be out of a job without even getting chance to explain myself. And so I did find all of that very upsetting, frustrating. I got into many heated conversations on Twitter as a result, but they were conversations that I welcomed. And they were conversations I thought that were important, because there's a lot of people that only saw and took that line one way, and that was the racially motivated way. There's a whole different way that you can take that line. It's a very deep conversation. I have actually done a video on it. It's on the second channel, so if you'd like to know my in-depth thoughts on it, then you can jump to my second channel, which I never ever use, and there is a video on there. What I would say is it definitely, either way that you took the line, it didn't belong on Power. It shouldn't have been on a wrestling show. It didn't belong on NWA. And so I can understand, like, people taking offense, and I can understand the outrage. I think, though, for me, it was very fast that he lost his job, especially considering someone had to listen to it, because it was pre-recorded. Someone had to listen to it and okay it to get broadcast. So not only did Jim Cornette say the line, regardless of how you feel about it, someone had to edit it and allow it to actually get broadcast. So I don't know. I really, no one won. No one won in that instant. No one won. I think the people that think they helped force Cornette out, they didn't win either, because I think the way that, they kind of gave a sentence without a trial is not something that should be celebrated. That's my thoughts on it. He's come out today. I haven't heard the podcast, but I've seen a couple of the headlines. He said it wasn't racially motivated. That wasn't his intent. I understand you can take it that way. And again, I sympathise to those that did take it that way and did take offence. There's nothing else you can say, of course. I can see how it can be taken that way, and I have sympathy for that. So he's come out and said it's not racially motivated. And he also apologised for anyone that took offence to the line by taking it that racist way, And as I said, there's just no winners. So I do want to listen to the podcast. I do want to hear what he's got to say. If I thought for a second, and this is probably the most important thing, because we are going to leave this subject now, but if I thought for a second that it was racially motivated, if I thought that he had said that to be specifically racist, the whole chicken racial slur thing, I would not be defending that line. I would not have posted anything on Twitter. I would have got in zero conversations, right? I still would have waited for him to have spoken. I still would have wanted to have heard what he had to say. I still don't believe in giving out sentences before trials. So yeah, I still would have waited, but I wouldn't. I would have stayed silent. Simple as that. So look, however you feel about it, I think it's right that we all move on from it. I really do hope that Jim Cornette learns that there's no place for those kind of offensive lines, if you will. It wasn't racially motivated. That's what he says. I do believe him. I think it was a joke about famine and about food. And there's people that say, that could still have racial tones to it, but it's a line that he's used in the past. It's a line, actually, I don't know if you saw this. He posted that Bleacher Report had actually even celebrated the line not long ago. Bleacher Report, they were trying to explain why he was so good at what he does, and they actually used that line as an example of, something that he can do to really put a talent over. He was trying to get across how mad and bad Trevor Murdoch was. He's the kind of guy that can take food across a famine and handle himself. There was nothing. The chicken was irrelevant. It could have been any food. It could have been any food. And I honestly, I took it that way at the start. So that's why I think I looked at it from a different angle to quite a few people. In truth, I'd say it was 50-50. Of all the responses and the replies that I got, I would say 50% were offended, 50% weren't offended. But the end result is he's lost his job. Shouldn't have been said on Power. He's apologised for those that took offence, but he has also said it was not racially motivated. So I will be listening to the podcast. I am very intrigued to see what he's got to say, make up my own mind. But yeah, that's kind of where I am with it. And if you feel different, that's absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine. It's such a hot topic, such a divisive kind of conversation. There's people that can come at this from lots of different angles. There's lots to actually talk about regarding this subject. It's a very, very interesting subject. It's a very, very interesting subject. And one as well, right? I know I keep saying we're going to move on. We absolutely will. Final thing that I want to say. This is a conversation that should be had because this is a very, very serious subject. You're talking about causing offense. You're talking about racism. You're talking about how people perceive things. There's a lot to unpack in there. Like, what is racism? Where's the line? What is allowed in wrestling? All of this kind of stuff. And it's a conversation that needs to be had. It's a conversation I bet Jim Cornette had had and had been a part of before he actually even said the line. Because there's no way. I just do not believe he went onto a TV show and said a line on a popular TV wrestling show that was intended to be racially motivated. I really, really don't believe that. Why would he do that? Why would he do that? Even if he was a racist, right? Even if he was a racist, why would he go on to Power and do that? Why would he do that? Why would he do that? Why would he purposely do that? Bring the reputation of that company down, result in, destroying his own career, losing his job, all of this kind of stuff. Why would he do that? I just don't think he would. So, yeah, we need to move on. Very serious subject there. This is not normally how we start the stream, so we will move on to something a bit cheerier, something a little bit more fun for us to get our teeth into. And that, of course, is this weekend. We've got War Games and we've got Survivor Series. So it seems and feels right to ask one question. And that one question is this. What one match are you most looking forward to this weekend? Out of all of the matches, there's some pretty epic matches. You've got War Games and things like this coming up. You've got Triple Threats Championship matches. You've got Survivor Series matches. You've got Finn Balor versus Matt Riddle, which is going to be insane. You've got Rey Mysterio taking on Brock. That's going to be epic. And then, of course, you've got The Fiend. Got The Fiend against Daniel Bryan. So out of all of this array of matches, what is the one match you are most looking forward to? Jody, thank you very much, my friend. Jody Gilly, shout out to you. Ryan W, shout out to you as well. I did see that you dropped it. Yeah, shout out to you guys. Fiend obviously says see wrestling. Shout out to see wrestling as well. Hope you're well, buddy. Cornette said the same thing 20 years ago and no one batted an eyelid. I've seen the clip. It was on WWE during, I think, a Bob Backlund match. The triple threat women's. Oh, yes, very cool. The Fiend no contest. Fiend versus Bryan. Seems to be Fiend here. Hey Days, I feel the same about the scammer post that I tagged you in. If I had any doubt in my mind they weren't a scammer, I would never blast them. Yeah, no worries, dude. Days, this is why you are so awesome. You are level-headed and articulate your points so well. Leaf Morning Dew. Look, I've got to be honest. It's a subject that's very touchy, and the only thing there's a couple of I really don't want to name them, if I'm being honest, because people can speak out of anger, and people can maybe not think with the level head, obviously, when they're frustrated or offended or they feel like there's been a wrong, yeah? And I can't prove that he didn't mean it racially. He said he didn't. I don't think he did. I can't prove anything. So I'm having to just go with my gut feeling on this. And my gut feeling is different to a lot of people's, you know? But it was I found it disappointing to go onto a few channels and see people just ripping him basically for this line. If you want to rip him for things he's done in the past and other incidents, that's up to you. That's fine, right? I'm not here to talk about those. I'm not, without being disrespectful, I'm not interested in any of that for this conversation. I'm only talking about this incident, this one incident. You could argue that things change when you take everything into account. Because obviously, you know, he's a very polarizing figure. But for me, look, this instant, I wanted to hear him talk first. And that was that. See Wrestling, I've sent you a DM. It might be a step to save the Wheel of Fun. Oh, See Wrestling might have saved the Wheel of Fun. Jesus. Hell's bells. That is awesome. That is awesome. I will take a look at that after, if I can do it after. There's a reason why I want to do it after, because I want to read what you've said, take it on board, then fire back with a slight concern that I've got regarding the wheel. Yeah, there's conversations to be had. I've read a lot more actually on Copa, whatever it is. And, it's not good. There's a lot. I'm sure you've seen it now. A lot of toy channels. I'm like, Pixel Dan. I don't know if you've ever been on his channel. I'm not really a Pixel Dan fan. Not a Pixel Dan hater. I don't go on his channel, is the truth. But I'm aware of him. And I've seen a couple of his videos. I saw them at San Diego Comic-Con. And as a result, I get recommended some now, which is absolutely fine. As I said, I'm not a hater. But it would be wrong for me to call myself a fan as well. But anyway, there was a Pixel Dan video that was recommended. And so, and it was all about Copper, all this kind of stuff. And I clicked on it. And it was really interesting. Really interesting. He was saying that they actually went through his channel and his toy hunts were not flagged as an issue, which I thought was very, very interesting. But he said there was some weird videos like his turtle reviews, his Masters of the Universe reviews, they were all flagged, but his toy hunts weren't. So I was like, so were toy hunts okay? No one's looked at my channel. No, can someone look at my channel, please? So, yeah, I don't know what the future's going to hold with Copacabana, whatever it's called, Colt Cabana. So, yeah, we're going to have to wait and see, but I'm sure that you guys are seeing that it is as bad as what we've said, you know. Me and C Wrestling are not making these things up. Days, 2 weeks ago today, I won Slam Attacks. Any idea when I might get them? Yes. Probably next week is the answer. I didn't get a chance to go to the post office last week because of Wrestling Shop Live. That's when I was meant to go and send the stuff off. So the truth is that I did send some the week before, but I couldn't send everything because I hadn't got around to packaging everything. So I think a good chunk of stuff went. I think Jessie, if she's still in the chat, got hers, and there's quite a few other people as well that got theirs. But yeah, if you are still waiting, there's a good chance that it will come next week because I am planning on going at some point this weekend. I mean, it's going to have to either be tomorrow or Monday. But yeah, I've got a few things outstanding. I mean, the only positive is that because we haven't done the wheel for a little while, it should be quite easy for me to catch up and get up to speed. So as long as you sent your address over via email, wrestlingdays@gmail.com, then we should be good to go. Happy Foe says, I got mine. Brilliant. I'm really pleased it reached you, dude. I'm really pleased that it reached you. Do you think CM Punk will be at Survivor Series? No. I'm going to say no. Triple H is promising a big surprise at Survivor Series, which I think a lot of people are starting to think it could be CM Punk. CM Punk could come back at Survivor Series. I'm not totally ruling it out. For me, I would say it's got a 20% chance of happening. And the reason why I say that is because, yes, it's in Chicago, so that plays in. Yes, he's now with Backstage, so that plays in. But that's it. Backstage is a Fox company show. It's not a WWE show. He said on the show he hadn't spoken to them. I know he would say that anyway, but he has also been saying that for years, and he's been telling the truth. He is a bit more open to it now. They could give him a load of money, and we could have him back, and then they could put him on NXT, and then NXT would be right up there then, you know? So it could happen. I don't know. I don't know if they won't wait for Royal Rumble. I feel like he's got a very good chance of wrestling at WrestleMania. But someone said something really interesting. He's on WWE Backstage, yeah? And he says that he hasn't spoken to WWE. So does that mean he could sign a contract with AEW? I mean, surely it does. Surely that does. This could be the ultimate swerve. He could be on Backstage talking about WWE and then go and sign with AEW. That would be the ultimate two fingers to Vince McMahon, wouldn't it? And don't forget, CM Punk kind of, swore never to go back. He was fired on his wedding day. That's when his papers came through, on his actual wedding day. So yeah, it wouldn't surprise me either if he was to pull that trick. So it's the great unknown, isn't it? Does he return on Sunday? Does he return at the Rumble? Does he go to AEW? I honestly, I don't know. I don't know. I think with Punk, there's more going on than all of us know. That's a fair comment. I don't disagree. Days, I wait for Kids Magazine. That's fine. If you won one, I will have it recorded, and if you've sent me your address, then it'll be sent through to you, dude. Hello, Christopher Rogers. Hope you are well. Dave Mounts said there is nothing legally stopping him from doing so. Oh, I did not hear that. That's very cool. But there we go. Days, Bray Wyatt's lantern is for sale at Smackdown. What? Is it? That means it's coming to WWE Shop then? How much is it, Mr. Ryan? Is that on Twitter? That's amazing. That can't be cheap. Let's have a look. Where have you seen this information, dude? Bray Wyatt. Let's have a Google. Let's have a cheeky little Google, shall we? Let's go on to the old Twitter. See what's being said. I sadly can't see anything on Twitter. So, I can! No way! More important. Is that Huskus behind? I don't know if it is, actually. I think it's a bear by the looks of it. There it is. Look at that. Bray Wyatt's lantern. $100. Look at that. I mean, to be honest, it doesn't really look like him. It's not bad. It's not bad, I suppose. But there, look at that. $100. That's amazing. They're selling a severed head How the world has moved on. How the world has moved on. I'm gonna tweet that out. WTF? WTF? I've WTF'd it. I have WTF'd it. It's cool, isn't it? Wow. $100? Not cheap. Not cheap at all. I mean, you can get much cheaper severed heads than that. See, look, that was a severed head joke. What happens here? What happens now? Do you know what I mean? Do I get fired from my channel? Days, can I get a shout out? WWE Rocks 2423, shout out to you. What is your spirit animal? Also, anyone in the chat want to share theirs? Mine is a ferret. Anyone in the chat? Yours is a ferret. Hang on, there's a lot to unpack there. Your spirit animal is a ferret. My spirit animal is Asker. There we go. That's my spirit animal. This could be a bad move, says Chalmers. Parents could be scared for their kids. They can sell several head lanterns, but we can't get a wheel of fun. That's true. Oh my god, this is what's happening. WWE now are moving away from made for kids, aren't they? That's what they're doing. They're moving away from made for kids. So they're edging this way so that no one can be in any doubt anymore. They're like, isn't wrestling for kids? No. Have you not seen this severed head? Okay. Whew. I thought it was made for kids. I thought we were going to have to shut you down. There we go. What's your favourite NXT and Raw and SmackDown moment? So just a quick little question then. I don't know, dude. There's been so much wrestling. I really would struggle. You always struggle with those questions. I mean, I think about the trucks coming down and been some epic moments. Even Braun flipping things over, those kind of big, you know what I mean, when he flipped the ambulance, that was such a big moment. I mean, there's been brilliant matches, there's been title changes, there's been loads, there's been retirement speeches. I mean, honestly, do you know what? I don't know if it's not my favourite moment, but it's definitely worth mentioning. Ultimate Warrior, when he kind of came out and spoke to the crowd. I think, was it the day after WrestleMania 30? He came out and he was talking about how, you know, the Warrior will run forever and all of this kind of stuff. And the crowd are kind of listening going, I don't get it. Yeah, no one really understands Ultimate Warrior promos. So he was coming out with all of this stuff and saying all of this stuff. And we're going to run forever and all this kind of stuff. And then he passed away the next day. That was like his last public appearance, and it happened on Raw. I mean, he went into the Hall of Fame on the Friday or the Saturday. He was at WrestleMania on the Sunday. He was on Raw doing this promo thing on the Monday. And I think it was the Tuesday morning he passed away. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it's just absolutely mind-blowing. So, yeah, man, there's been some awesome moments. That one, because I was such a Warrior fan, has a real place in my heart, you know. Brock R says, over under on Punk back in next 6 months. Say the line as post WrestleMania. I couldn't. I don't watch WrestleMania. I've got no issue with WrestleMania. But I couldn't do it in a WrestleMania style. As a post do you mean WrestleMania? No, you have literally written WrestleMania. Yeah, again, no shade to WrestleMania, but I can't do an impersonation because I don't watch. Punk and over under next 6 months. I think if he's going to come back, he's going to come back at WrestleMania. So that's within 6 months. So I would go with he'll be back within 6 months. I'm going to go with he will be back in 6 months, dude. Who was that, by the way? I need to make sure I'm shouting people out here. And I need to go back to Jesse, and I will. Apologies as well if I missed people's. Brock R. Shout out to Brock R. So I'm going to say there's a very strong chance it will be within the next 6 months because of WrestleMania. Let me go up to Jesse. Jesse says, "Hi, Days. Tad distracted, but glad to be here." What are you distracted, dude? I mean, don't say if you don't want to. Have you seen the Toys That Made Us wrestling episode? Quite interesting. No, I do want to. I do like that show. I know it uploaded the other day, didn't it? And I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. So very good then if it's interesting. I mean, I suppose it would be. They would go, I'm guessing they go through the old Japanese figures, through LJN, through Hasbro and Toy Biz and Jax Mattel and Super 7, all this other companies that are doing stuff, Storm. So yeah, I do want to see them. Shout out to Dean Winchester. I'm going to be live in attendance at next week's SmackDown episode. I'm hoping and praying that the episode isn't bad. Send in your positive energy. No, dude, I think you'll be fine. As I've said, for me now, it's SmackDown that's the A show. I really do feel, I mean, look, we're only 20 minutes. I still haven't tweeted out as well, you know. We are 20 minutes away from what I regard now as the A show. So, yeah, very excited to see what they've got in store tonight. And obviously you're going to have all the fallout as well, aren't you, from Survivor Series and everything. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens there as well. Jess says, "I'm still at work, not folding or eating." Good to know. Lag, says Jason. Okay, hopefully it shifts. Shout out to Angel. Days, I've sent you some photos on Instagram. I rarely use Instagram, to be honest. If I go on, then I will try and check them out, dude. But literally, me and Instagram is me going on once every 2 weeks to post something. I will try and use it again, though, this weekend. And I still need to probably put up some pictures from Wrestling Shop Live. Because I still haven't done that. That's how much I use Instagram. I was at Wrestling Shop Live last weekend, one of the biggest wrestling conventions, like shops, things, whatever you want to call it. We had Bill McKenna, we had New Figures, we had Tyler Bate, we had Trent Seven. I met loads of awesome people. Still didn't use Instagram. So that shows you how much I use it. SKS23, shout out to you, my friend, says, "Hello, Wrestling Days. You are one of the best WWE YouTube channels. Thank you. Anyway, what are your predictions towards WrestleMania with The Fiend?" Well, to be honest, I would have to go with what the rumors are saying at the moment. It'd be a bit wrong to predict anything else. So the rumors are Fiend versus Roman Reigns. Now, I would hope that would be main event. I would hope that The Fiend would get an epic entrance. I would hope that it would be an epic match as well. Roman, I think, could definitely give Bray a great match. I thought the Crown Jewel match was very good. I just thought that there was a little bit... I suppose I could have done without him kicking out all of those curb stomps and everything. I didn't hate it, but I could have done without it. I definitely could have done without the technical area thing. Started to stray a little. I started to feel like it was getting a little bit too far. You know, I just want a really good wrestling match with reversals and really good action. I don't mind them fighting in the crowd. And, you know, when they were fighting in the crowd and they was doing curb stomps on that platform and things, I thought all of that was cool. So I'd like to see if they could do something along those lines at WrestleMania main event. The most important thing for me, Fiend retains. I honestly, I've said it many times, Fiend keeps the title throughout 2020. You've got to legitimize this character. There's no need to take the belt off him yet. Why would you want to take the belt off him? He's got to get past Survivor Series. If he is going to face Roman at WrestleMania, hopefully it'll be for the title, which means he gets past the Rumble as well. And then Roman at WrestleMania. And then, you know, build towards SummerSlam. And honestly, if we get to SummerSlam and he's still the champ, I'll be very satisfied at that point, because it will be around about a year that he will have been champ for. And I really feel like, you know, he should not be a superstar that can be easily beaten. That's the truth. He should not be a superstar that can be easily beaten. So I I think you need to get that point across by giving him a lengthy title reign. So I would give him another feud. I mean, I don't know. Does he need another feud after Daniel? This has only just started. You might get a rematch. Maybe he will. I'm just trying to think. His feud with Roman, you'd think WrestleMania might be the end of it. So his feud with Roman might start around Royal Rumble. So feud with Daniel at Survivor Series, rematch at TLC, start a new feud with Roman, Royal Rumble with Roman, Fastlane with Roman, or Elimination Chamber, whatever it is, and then the blow off at WrestleMania. That's what I think they will do. No sign of The Undertaker in all of that, but never say never. Never say never. The rumors could be there about Roman, so you don't think about Undertaker. And then Undertaker appears and we all lose our minds. You know, we all freak out. David says Chicago is going to be a very busy city this weekend, and I'm very excited for this weekend. Yes, you're absolutely right to be, David. Thank you very much, David. Why Tuarte? What Tuarte? David Tuarte? That's what I've gone with. Only David knows how close I am with that. David Tuarte. It's probably completely wrong. But, yes, shout out to you, my friend. Thank you very much for the kind donation. And I don't disagree. It's going to be an epic, epic weekend. Very, very much looking forward to it. I still have not sent this tweet. We've now got 16 minutes to go. So I am up against it now. Should have sent this out 45 minutes ago. Days, I'm looking forward to Brock Lesnar versus Rey Mysterio in a no-holds-barred match. Yes, I do agree. I think that's got a lot of potential. My only problem is they've made it no-holds-barred. That is going to give Rey a real advantage. Brock Lesnar doesn't tend to use weapons. I mean, he might use the odd chair, but that's it, because he doesn't need to use weapons because he's Brock Lesnar. So making it no holds barred does give a big advantage to Rey Mysterio, who can now use kendo sticks and poles and other weapons to try and slay the beast, basically. So I do think this has maybe evened things up a little bit, which I suppose in a way is clever, because it keeps you guessing as to who's going to win and what's going to happen. But I don't know. I just don't know. Something about it made me go, oh, I wouldn't have gone that way personally. I think if Rey is gonna beat Brock, then I personally would like to see Rey. There's no training anymore, is there? You don't see them training, you know? I would like to have seen Rey training and working on strategies, and, you know, why didn't we see Rey sparring with Cain Velasquez? You know, really trying to get used to taking down a big man, really getting ready for Brock Lesnar. You don't see any of that. You don't get any of that kind of build. And I think that's a real shame. So, anyway, now it's no holds barred, and I do think that Rey has been given an advantage here. Or more, I should say more of an advantage than he had before. But that might be a good thing, you know. You might think that that's a good thing, so it makes it a little bit more 50-50, you know. Velasquez will help Rey win. That could happen. Personally, I don't think I would take the title off Brock. There's not really a need. I don't feel a need to take the title off Brock. So I think I would have both the champions retain. Shout out to James. Also, do you think the Fiend figure will be released by Christmas? 100% no. Fiend figure won't be out until early 2020 because they haven't even shown the painted version of it yet. They're going as quick as they can, but it takes a year. It takes 12 months. You might remember that Ronda appeared at the Royal Rumble, which is in January, and they only just got that basic out for Christmas. That's how long it takes to design, to approve, to get the samples back and make any changes, to manufacture, to get the packaging sorted, figure out what wave it's going to go in, build up the stock, get it distributed, blah, 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 blah. That process is 12 months. Now, we first saw The Fiend. First time we saw The Fiend, May 13th. That's when we first saw The Fiend. May. There is no way they are getting that figure out for Christmas. I don't even think they're getting it out for January. February. I don't even think February. I mean, I don't know. I don't know when they're going to be able to get it out. I'd like to say WrestleMania. I think they're going to try and get it out before if they can. But it takes a year. So really, it should be next May that we get it. That's the truth. I think if they rush, might be able to get it out for WrestleMania. If they really rush, might be able to get it out in the first quarter, like between January and March. More March, but not Christmas. Hashtag let me live. Let's start a petition for Days to be an announcer for WWE or NXT. Well, thank you. We a few people have said that in the past, and it is very humbling that people would say those things. The only thing I would say is that if I was to do that, then I don't think we'd be able to do the streams as well, because I would be somewhere, you know? Plus also, I'm not sure if they would appreciate me criticising the show. I don't think I'd be allowed to sit here and say and talk about the things I don't like. So, yeah. Or maybe they'd move this to the network. Oh, could you imagine that? We get moved to the network. Yowie, yowie, wowie. We could get moved onto the WWE network. Vince, if you're watching, I'm totally down for that. Totally down for that. As long as we can do Wheel of Fun on your network, please. Let me live. Shout out to James Barry. You should be wrestling in WWE. I'm sorry. Caleb, at what point did you look at me and go, wrestler? That guy's a wrestler. I know a wrestler when I've seen a wrestler. It's that guy right. You know that skinny white guy that's on my screen right now? Wrestler. He's definitely a wrestler. No. Dave, you might remember me as Bunyan Master from Twitter. Shout out to you. Yes, Ben10800112. Hopefully that's not your PIN number. Dave, your commentary would be like Corey Graves. He's got a bit more style than I've got. But yeah, I do like Corey Graves. I think he's very witty on his commentary. And I wouldn't want to be his Byron Saxton, though. I wouldn't want him just ripping into me. If I was to do commentary with him and he wants to have a go at me, I'd be quite happy to have a go back. Do you know what I mean? Looks like Jack Skeleton, doesn't he? The only person that can beat the Fiend is me, says the Japanese Gladiator. Oh, God, with a name like that, I wish he was in WWE. Be amazing. The side effects of eating chilies equals a building evacuation. What are you doing tomorrow? I am getting ready to stream NXT TakeOver. It's a big, big day tomorrow. Shout out to you, Days. Thank you very much. Do you think Punk versus Rollins would be great? I do, and I think that could be your WrestleMania match. I said that I think CM Punk will be at WrestleMania, and that's the person I think he'll face. I mean, right now, I think you could... honestly, I think you're going to get Becky versus Ronda. I think you're going to get Bayley versus Sasha. I think you're going to get Fiend versus Roman, and CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. I mean, those 4 matches alone arguably make this the greatest WrestleMania of all time. Legit. Those 4 matches for me would make that the best. You're talking about CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Ronda Rousey, Becky. Mega matches. Bayley, Sasha, you know, is going to bring it if they do go down that road. So, yeah, those 4 matches would be absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Those would be your 4 big championship matches. And then, obviously, you'd have your tag matches. Then, I think they will do NXT matches for the main title and the women's title. And I'm sure there'll be some little grudge matches in there as well. So yeah, I think it could be absolutely epic. I love WWE. Wow, you're in the right place, my friend, because I love it as well. Right, I need to do this. tweet. Let me read out what I'm writing. Daniel Bryan summons Bray Wyatt. Bailey appears. Plus, plus we get the final build for Survivor Series. Pretty sure we're going to be seeing NXT and all of those superstars. So I'm going to tag NXT. I'm going to tag SmackDown. I'm going to tag... Oh, yeah, I need to mention this before I forget. Can you check? Oh, my God. No way, that's new. Have you seen that? When you type SmackDown now... Oh, and NXT... Look at that. When you type NXT, you get a little NXT logo next to the hashtag. When you type SmackDown, you get a little SmackDown logo. You know what I'm going to do now? We've got to try Raw, haven't we? Raw. Nothing for Raw. WWE Raw. Oh, my God. Oh, no, there it is. There it is. It works for Raw as well. AEW do this a lot. Come on, zoom in. People want to see. People want to see the emoji. Okay. Joe Byrne says, hello, Days. I plan on visiting the UK next week. I hope it will be an amazing experience. Okay, well, thank you very much for the donation, Joe. Can you see all three of those? So, kind of copying AEW there. You will have an amazing time. Legitimate. The UK is a great, great country to visit. So much stuff that you can do. I mean, in London especially. I mean, I've been to London many times, and I'm constantly finding new places to go and new things to do. We've got a really rich music history. So, I mean, there's loads of places. I mean, you can go to Abbey Road. You can go to where they did the front cover for an Oasis album in London. What's the Story? Morning Glory. The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust by David Bowie. You can go down that alleyway in London as well. Got loads of like museums. We've got loads of obviously the Buckingham Palace, Tower of London, Tower Bridge. I mean, I should work for like visitlondon.com, but yeah, it's amazing. The rest of the UK as well, you know. I mean, obviously Liverpool with the Beatles, Manchester, certainly with football. And we've got the Premier League, and oh man, yeah, it's good. It's a really good place. Days, love the videos. I found an Ultimate Edition of Ronda for £8. Home bargains, isn't it? Absolute madness. Can't believe it. Can't believe they're selling it for that price, for that cheap. I still can't believe these hashtags as well. It's amazing. Simple things, innit? Simple things, please, simple minds. Right, let's tweet that out. God, we got 4 minutes, guys. I'm sitting here talking about London. We got 4 minutes. What I was going to say is this, okay? Can you please, I'm begging. I don't often beg. When do you hear me beg? But can you please check that you are following the Wrestling Days Twitter account, okay? Because the other account got suspended, and I don't know when I'm going to be able to get it back, or even if I'm going to be able to get it back. So at Wrestling Days on Twitter, that is predominantly where I'm living now. It's a real shame because the old account had like 13,000 people that followed it. This one's got 2,300. So I feel like there's a big part of the community that has been lost on Twitter. Which is very upsetting. So, yes, this is where you can find all my thoughts, just all my thoughts. Now live on there. So that is basically when I'm not doing YouTube videos. That is basically where I live. I live on that Twitter account. So yes, please make sure that you are following that. Because there's a lot of people that were following Wrestling Days UK, and as we said, that's been suspended. If you're wondering why it got suspended, I shared a link to one of these streams. That was it. I shared a link to one of these streams. Someone reported it. They didn't click on the link. They didn't check to see, if I was allowed or not. They just reported it, said I wasn't allowed to share that link. I was. And that was that. So I'm now fighting Twitter to try and get that account back. So, yeah, you can follow me on there now. At Wrestling Days. Simple. Days S Smackdown. Oh, my God, that just disappeared. Smackdown on Sky. But I didn't see what it said. Jay Shy is here. Jay Shy. Hello, Jay Shy. Which 3 scenarios will the Fiend lose? Will he fight as Funhouse Bray? Will he give up the belt? Or will the red light shut off? Which 3 scenarios will the Fiend lose? Will he fight as Funhouse Bray? Would he give up the belt? Or will the red light shut off? Don't quite understand what you mean. Do you mean... Don't quite understand. I think eventually the red light will get turned off, and people seem to believe this is where he gets a lot of his power from. I think he sent a tweet out that said, under the red lights, I'm unbeatable, or he's unbeatable. So everyone's like, oh, you can't beat him under the red light. Thing was, though, Seth already has. I'm pretty sure that Hell in a Cell result, ref stoppage, means that Seth won at Hell in a Cell. So Fiend lost. Now, granted, I think the Fiend wanted to lose. I think he stayed down to really push Seth to, like, a dark place. So maybe you can't count that. But, yeah, I think we will see the red lights get turned off at some point. Maybe the Fiend does lose. Maybe it does give him power. I do think it's very weird. I joked before, he's not an underdeveloped photograph. He doesn't need a red light to succeed, you know? So, I'm not really sure about all of that. I feel like it's mind games. I like the idea the Fiend is saying that he's unbeatable under a red light, and then they turn the red light off and he still wins anyway. I like that. I think that's clever. To be honest, I don't want him to get pinned or submitted. Maybe ever, you know? I just don't want to see it. I didn't want to see it with The Undertaker. Didn't want to see him getting pinned or submitted. Has The Undertaker ever submitted? Thinking about it, has The Undertaker ever submitted? I can't recall. Can't recall The Undertaker ever submitting. I don't want to see The Fiend ever submit. Darkness doesn't submit, does it? Come on, if The Fiend is Bray's Darkness, I don't want to see him tapping away. Oh, it hurts! It hurts! Right, we've got all the SmackDown superstars backstage. Drake Maverick. They're right by a shutter. Oh, Big E doing a bit of limbo. This is a good start. Supreeth Viv Cananda. What's her name? Hi, Days. Love the channel. Watching from Australia. Welcome, my friend. Supreeth Vivekananda. I love that name. Love that name. Big Dog's here. You guys saw what happened on Monday and Wednesday. Raw and NXT are coming. We're not going to act like cowards like Corbin would. Hello. Shutters are going up. Gonna open the door, let them in. They could come through a different entrance, though, couldn't they? I mean, they could come through the front. I do like this, though. I do like this. I like this, do you know what I mean? This mob mentality. Siege mentality. I don't know why Corbin's got to stand there looking like an absolute goof. Sasha Banks. I like it. Where's Bailey? Sasha says she's going to take care of business. I haven't even seen Bailey yet. There's Shinsuke. Dana, Lacey. Baron Corbin talking trash to Roman going, don't listen to him. Don't listen to this guy. Good, I like it. I really like that. I feel like they've given me something that we don't normally get. Like a really interesting opening there. I'm really intrigued. I mean, I wish they had done a bit more to get the message across. Whose side are you on? I wish they'd have done that. I wish there'd been lots of posts going, who do you stand with? What side are you supporting? You know, really tried to get you to pick a side. Because at the moment, I'm just watching all the shows and I'm just watching it. I'm not really picking a side. I mean, I suppose if I had to cheer for someone, I'd be cheering NXT. But I haven't really thought about it all that much. But I gotta admit, that's the best opening we've seen so far. Like, with all of them together, opening the doors and saying they're not going to be cowards. Like it. Are you ready? Hey, Days. How do you think SmackDown is going to go tonight? I think it's going to be good, man. I think it's going to be good. We're in Chicago already, baby. Big weekend in Chicago. Allstate Arena. Guessing this... I haven't looked, but I'm guessing this is where NXT is as well. Would make sense. Daniel Bryan summons Bray Wyatt. Is it the real Funhouse Bray that's going to come to the ring? What are we starting with? The Boss. Is this... Boom, boom, boom. This is such great music. Oh, honestly, this is some of my favourite music, man. This refresh was... Right, we got ladies. We got lovely ladies. We've got... I'm just going to put ladies. We've just got some lovely ladies coming down. Corey Graves, Michael Cole. Sign behind saying legit boss. A lot of CGI being used here, isn't there? Got legit boss. WWE. Where's Bailey? Does anyone know where Bailey is? Where is Bailey? Where is Bailey? Oh, yeah, green shirt guy, you're right. What does he want? Traitor. Traitor. Did you say Daniel summons Fiend? He summons Bray, and they keep showing pictures of Funhouse Bray. So they're heavily teasing that it's going to be Funhouse Bray. Alright, someone's coming out. Who's coming out? We got in the ring, by the way, we got Lacey Evans, Dana Brooke, Carmella, Nikki Cross, and Sasha Banks. So, Sasha says, I know that Raw is here tonight. She's asking them to come out right now. Are they coming? They're waiting. No. I think there's a big NXT chant. NXT, NXT. Sasha says that they are ready. Okay. Charlotte's music hits. There she is. Charlotte is here. Asuka, Kyrie, Sarah Logan, Natalya, Charlotte in a black robe. So we got Kabuki Warriors, Natalya. Sarah Logan's got like face paint, black face paint on. Not sure I like it. Don't think that face paint looks good on Sarah Logan. Where is Alexa? Where's Becky? They've just finished listening to Judas. It is very cool. Sarah Logan is here. Don't think we're going to get Liv. I don't think we're going to get Liv either. Just trying to get what happened. Kyrie Sane looks hot as hell. So, Charlotte says, how about we go one-on-one for old time's sake? Asuka getting in the face of Nikki Cross, Lacey Evans, and... Oh, hello, NXT's here! NXT's here! Where are they coming from? It's a wide... They could come from anywhere. Through the crowd they come! Rhea Ripley, Tegan Nox, Mia Yim, Toni Storm! Toni Storm! Toni Storm wasn't a part of this, was she? Toni Storm is here. Toni Storm. Toni Storm. Toni Storm. Toni Storm. Na 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 na. Toni Storm. Toni Storm. Toni Storm. Na 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 na. I heard she's in a relationship with Tyler Bate, actually. Rhea Ripley, Mia Yim, Toni Storm, Tegan Nox, Candice LeRae. They're all here from NXT. Rhea Ripley says she's good to go. So, are we going to get Sasha versus Charlotte versus Rhea? This is cool, man. This is the build to this Survivor Series. I like this. I don't want an all-out brawl. I like these tribes just really eyeing each other up. Who's going to make that first move? Yeah, it is going to break loose. I like this. I like how it's bubbling. I like how it's fizzing. And there it is. There it goes. I really like that. You see this bit? I mean, the beatdown stuff, this is all fine, but it was building, it was fizzing away. Who was going to throw the first shot? When was it going to explode? Bang, it did. That was good. That was good. Really good opening, man. 10 minutes. Really enjoyable first 10 minutes. Really like the promo they cut down by the loading bay. And Sasha comes down. Then they bring out Raw. Then they bring out NXT. Toni Storm is here, which is epic. Nice little surprise. And yeah, like then it was bubbling and bubbling and bubbling. And ooh, boy. Days, what happened with the SmackDown stage? It's changed again. They're probably just keeping it generic for the weekend, I'd imagine. Can't imagine they were going to set up a SmackDown stage and then change it for an NXT stage and then change it again. Do you know what I mean? They've probably just put up a generic stage. It's going to serve all purposes and then they haven't got to mess around, you know? So, I don't mind it. I mean, look, would I love to have Survivor Series with its own staging? Yeah, 100%. 100%. Just don't think they're going to do it. Io Shirai should have been on NXT team. Yeah, you're probably right. Days, what match do you think will main event Survivor Series? Props the men. Well, I don't know. Could be Fiend. Or it could be the men's Survivor Series match. Traditionally, it's the men's Survivor Series match. Might want to do women's, you know, this year. So, one of the Survivor Series matches or Fiend versus Daniel Bryan. Days, I tune in 3 days a week. Now I'm watching with the stream running and you're on mad delay. Mad delay. Shouldn't be on mad delay unless Twitter has made the delay even bigger. But I'm watching it live as it's being shown on TV. So, not sure, dude. Chicago, Illinois, let us in. Yeah, do you know what? You're right. The Chicago crowd. That's a really good point, actually. The Chicago crowd are traditionally epic. They are traditionally absolutely awesome. Very vocal, very passionate. We should get a really great crowd in Chicago. A really great crowd. What happened to Evolution? They stopped doing it. They don't do it anymore. It was a one-off last year, and then they worked on getting a women's match at Saudi this year, which they achieved. We got a women's match, and yeah, it was brilliant, really, really brilliant. And as a result, there's no evolution. It's not something they were looking to repeat, which I think was a real shame because it was one of their best received pay-per-views from 2018. People loved it. I really didn't see any bad remarks about Evolution last year. So I do think it's a real shame that we didn't get one this year. But we didn't. We've all got to move on. But we're moving on, and we're moving back to SmackDown. Are we going to go back to Sasha versus Charlotte versus Rhea? We sure are. We sure are. What? Look at this. And you got all the ladies on the outside as well. Rhea versus Sasha versus Charlotte. And apparently the winner is going to build some real momentum. It's a momentum match. Good old momentum matches. Don't mean anything at all. What a spotlight this is for Rhea Ripley. What an opportunity this is for Rhea Ripley. Absolutely incredible. Last Monday, a little kid had a 24/7 title outside a hotel, and Chad Patton, a WWE referee, came out of the hotel at the same time as R-Truth. R-Truth saw the kid, then started looking for the referee. That's brilliant. It doesn't surprise me, to be honest. I really do think that R-Truth is that kind of a person, you know, that's going to be really good with fans and kids, and that's really cool. That's really, really cool. This match better end clean, but we all know it won't. You're right, Apex, it won't. We all know it won't. Right now, Sasha is completely out of the way, and we're just kind of getting a match between Charlotte and Rhea Ripley, which, very interesting. Rhea Ripley, an absolute machine. I was fortunate enough to go to NXT UK in Birmingham, see her versus Toni Storm. Obviously, to find the first NXT UK Women's Champion, Rhea Ripley would emerge victorious that night, would be crowned the first NXT UK Women's Champion. And it's really great to see how far they've come, you know? It's really great to see them on SmackDown, you know? This is crazy, isn't it? Honestly, I do get the feeling this probably would not be happening if it wasn't for AEW. So, all of that NXT talent really do owe Cody Rhodes, the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega a big, big thank you. Because I don't think they would be using them on SmackDown and Raw if it weren't for trying to build up NXT as a brand so that they could beat AEW. Joe Burns said, would you rather have Bray or Bryan as the champion? Bray, 100%, the Fiend. Build up the Fiend. Keep building him. Build. You could build the Fiend up to the point where he won't need the title going forward. Think about The Undertaker. The Undertaker, you know, had a great run, won the title within his first year. Debuted at Survivor Series 1990. Kind of. And then won the title at Survivor Series 91. And he won, I think he was undefeated for that year. I think he was undefeated. They just kept building him, you know? And look what happened. Then they started feeding monsters to him, you know? Started going up against the likes of Giant Gonzalez and Kamala and Yokozuna. And it wasn't so much about the title. And they can do the exact same thing with The Fiend. Build him up, give him this title run, make it a big deal, establish him as a main event talent. I mean, you could argue that he is that now, but you've got to just keep building it. There's arguing now between Sasha and Nikki Cross. We've got SmackDown arguing between themselves, which is bizarre. Up top, Charlotte moonsault comes crashing down onto Rhea Ripley and Sasha Banks. This is good as we go to another commercial break. Yay! Commercial break time. Oh, man, I can't. Honestly, so good. So good. This match is really good as well. Hard hitting stuff. There's a lot of like stories going on. You're getting arguing in not just teams arguing with each other, but arguing within teams as well. Rhea Ripley's looking like $1 million. Charlotte, of course, looks like $1 million. Sasha doing what Sasha does best. And then you've got all these stories on the outside. It's such a good way to start the show. Such a good way to start the show. There are too many commercials. Sasha literally said, we will put our differences aside. And now she's arguing. My internet is horrible. Moonsault coup de grace by Charlotte. Did she land up with a coup de grace? Ooh. There's any chance that we see the Fiend attacking Shorty Gossip? Well, there is a history there because I believe it was the Wyatt family losing the titles to American Alpha that resulted in Harper turning on Orton and Orton kind of breaking apart the Wyatt family. So you could argue that the whole breakdown of the Wyatt family really exploded when they lost those tag titles to American Alpha. So that would put Shorty Gossip, Shorty G, in the crosshairs of the Fiend at some point. I think that's a really good one. He could go after Shorty G. They just got to build him up first. Go after him like a year's time or something, saying, you know what you did. And it would be that. It would be that. Supreeth, Vivi Kandra. How many matches do you think NXT will win at Survivor Series? I think they will win the majority that they're in. That's the truth. I think the big winner coming out of Survivor Series will be NXT. It's all to build up Wednesday. It's all to establish NXT. They don't want you to be in any doubt. On a Wednesday, what show should you watch? NXT. They want you thinking that. They don't want you thinking about AEW at all. So I think that Survivor Series is going to be really the big breakout moment for NXT. I think that's what you'll see. So yeah, I'm really excited to see it all play out. I think SmackDown will do well. I think Raw is going to get decimated, to be honest. I don't see... Raw has been victorious in the past, many times at Survivor Series. I would say they're the underdogs. Which is really weird, because they've got Asuka, and you'd think Asuka would be a difference maker. Insane Craze, thank you very much. Can someone please tell me what channel SmackDown is on? It's on Sky Sports Action in the UK, and it is on Fox in America land. Days, also last Monday I met the 23-time 48-7, 7-11, 24-7 I-95 South European TV champion, R-Truth. Very, very cool. Was he nice? What happened to Jason Jordan? He picked up an injury that he never recovered from. We don't know where he is on his road to recovery. We don't think he's ever going to come back, and he works backstage as a bit of a producer. We got Rhea Ripley and Sasha Banks brawling at the moment. I think SmackDown will be the big winner, as that is their main show. Shout out to Apex Mania. Flair coming in, trying to steal the pin on Sasha. Rhea Ripley having to make the save, and there's a bit of blood on the face of Charlotte. Woo! Still got all the women at ringside. We can see Tony, we can see Candice, we can see Mia. We can see Tegan. Yeah. It's really cool. Pushing back, Rhea Ripley pushing Charlotte back. Kick to the head by Rhea Ripley. Charlotte, big boot, gets blocked. Rhea Ripley, beautiful drop kick. Oh! Natural selection But Rhea Ripley rolls out the ring. Collapses to the outside. Sasha with a quick little roll-up. This is a really good match. It's a good match. Looking... Oh, I thought she was going for a backstabber. Couldn't get it. Looking for the figure 8. Gets her in the figure 4. She can do it twice as good as her daddy. Rhea Ripley back in. Oh, what a pin. What a pin. What a pin. What a finish. Charlotte bridged into the 8. Rhea Ripley crawled underneath. Got Charlotte in a pin. Rhea Ripley steals the win. Brilliant. Brilliant. NXT pick up the victory tonight. Look how angry Sarah Logan is. Look at that. That's the face I pulled when I heard about Shorty G. Charlotte telling Sasha, it's your fault. Should have tapped. Should have tapped. There we go. Look, throwing. Going at it. SmackDown and Raw. Brawling in the ring right now. Nikki Cross getting in there. Everyone getting in there. NXT just watching on from the entrance ramp. NXT should just stand there. Let these two teams fight it out. That's only going to help them out, isn't it? They've already got their victory tonight. And now SmackDown having a look over at NXT. Raw coming back in. I like the little sub stories. I mean, you know, Dana brawling with Charlotte. Them two used to, you know, work together. NXT is the chant. It is a great strategy. I agree. I agree with the commentator. Look, the NXT have got their arms around each other on the entrance ramp. It's clever. It's clever stuff. Got the blood on the face of Charlotte. Not quite as drastic as what we saw with Becky. That was Survivor Series last year, wasn't it? Do you remember that? We were meant to get Becky versus Ronda, and then Nia. Bop. Right, we got Robert Roode, Dolph Ziggler, Boring Corbin. So apparently it's going to be Baron Corbin, Robert Roode, Dolph Ziggler versus Shorty G, Mustafa Ali, and Roman Reigns. R-Truth was one of the nicest and funniest people I've ever met. Very cool. 25 minutes of boring garbage. Oh, I disagree. I really enjoyed it. Sami Zayn is here. What's in the bag? What is in the bag? Oh, they're playing Sammy's music. So, Sammy's music's being played. Is he not with Nakamura anymore? What's happening? And what is in the bag? So, 6-man tag match later. Great way to start the program. Sammy, who enjoyed it earlier. Sammy's going to win. Where is the new SmackDown stage? We think it's because they've just set this one stage up for all the shows this weekend. I should imagine this will be the same stage you get for Raw as well. Ah, here's Nakamura. Here's Nakamura. Nakamura versus who knows? New title rumors. Is it a new title? Oh God, I hope so. Do you imagine if it is? Is that a new belt? Are we getting a new Intercontinental belt? Right. I want it to be... Oh my god, that's amazing. I hope it is. I want it to be... Oh, I bet it's just a blue strap. I bet they've just changed the strap to blue. I would put it on a black strap, and I would make the WWE logo red. Do you remember Honky Tonk Man had that belt? Black, same belt. It was on a black strap, but the logo was red. People loved that. It was just this little touch of the logo being in red. People loved it. And by people, I mean me. So that's what I would do. I mean, I like the Intercontinental Championship. So I didn't like the oval one. Do you remember the oval one? The oval IC belt. Wasn't a fan of that. I didn't like that. I think Cody Rhodes brought this version back. And you can't change this belt. This is the same belt that like Warrior had at WrestleMania 6. Macho Man at WrestleMania 3 as well. Although I think did Macho Man have the one that was the red logo? Can't quite recall. But by and large, it's the same, you know? I've got a horrible feeling they're going to change the IC belt to something truly awful. Something truly, truly awful. The Euro belt was great with the red. A hot pink strap. Ooh, cheeky. The old IC in green. It does look like a belt. Leopard print. I loved the oval. Oh, well, we're going to have to agree to disagree on that one. I didn't like it. So it's not my least favorite belt. But I just didn't feel that it had the prestige of this one. This one obviously has been used in some very big storylines. I feel like this version of the belt is the one that was used in the ladder match at like WrestleMania 10. You know, I mean, like this just is the IC belt for me. This is the IC belt. You can't change this. You can't change this. You can change little bits. If you want to change the strap, fine. You can change the strap. I'll let them change the strap. If they want to change the color of the logo, fine. I'd like that. I'd be on board with that. But you can't change the actual faceplate. I hope they don't change the main plate. I'm actually worried now. I'm a little bit worried. This show, I've enjoyed this show so far, and we all know what they're capable of. We all know what happened to Chad Gable. So I am a little bit concerned they're about to ruin the Intercontinental Championship. So I really feel like they could do more harm than good here. If they were going to change a belt, it should be the tag titles. It shouldn't be a belt that's been used in some of the most iconic wrestling matches of all time. Macho Man versus Ricky Steamboat at WrestleMania 3 and Honky Tonk Man's legendary run and the ladder match and... Do you know what I mean? Oh, nervous. Nervous. A belt that has Shinsuke's colours. A blue IC belt. That particular belt is different. Same old design. It's not quite the one that Warrior had. Honestly, I'd have to look. I think by and large, as you said, it is the same design. My point is that it's not the oval one that obviously is a completely different design. I feel like, did the one that Warrior had, was it a bit deeper? I have to look. I have to go back and look. But still, it's a beautiful, beautiful belt. And nowhere near the top of my list of belts I want to see change. I think they're doing the tag belts. Mr. Perfect made that belt famous. There's a black strap and red logo. Yes, that's what I want, dude. That's what I want. If they're going to give me that, if they're actually going to give me something I want, I'll lose my mind. Black strap, red logo. Beautiful. Beautiful. And we should have Honky Tonk Man come down and present it to Shinsuke Nakamura. That'd be a really good way of using legends like Honky Tonk Man. When are we going to need the Honky Tonk Man again? Need him now for this moment. Here's Bayley. I like how she's not wearing Smackdown. Like she really is operating on her own. She's not really representing SmackDown. Bayley says she is prepared. Are you ready? Days, I think I'm right in saying AEW is in Chicago on Wednesday. So does that mean they're in the same arena as SmackDown, TakeOver, Survivor Series, possibly Raw? I would imagine so. Allstate Arena is the arena in Chicago, isn't it? So, yeah, I can't see why they would go anywhere else. Days, Warrior changed the strap yellow. Yeah, but I'm not worried about the actual colour of the strap. I think he changed the strap on the Winged Eagle, but it's still the Winged Eagle. I'm not worried about the colour of the strap. I'm on about the belt design, the faceplate. That's still the IC belt that Warrior had, just with a different strap. It's kind of like saying that Daniel Bryan's Universal Championship is like a new belt. It's not. It's the Universal Championship on a blue strap. Here we go then, right. We've got Shinsuke. He's got the current IC belt on his shoulder. Sami Zayn is talking some trash, and he's got this black bag, and it does look belt-shaped. So are we about to get a brand new Intercontinental Championship? Please, God, do not change this too much. Because that belt is iconic. More iconic than the actual Iconics. Okay, Sami Zayn calls Shinsuke a stud. Here we go. Okay, Nakamura is a big stud. Lovely. Here we go. So studly. Yeah. He's got Nakamura summer. This is from Sami to Nakamura. Here we go. He's going in the bag. He's going in the bag. Is it a belt? It is a belt. I'm gonna be sick. I'm gonna be sick. I'm gonna be sick. It basically looks like the Cultaholic belt. I'm gonna throw up. They've ruined everything. No! Okay, let's have a proper look. What I will say is there's actually quite a bit of detail on it. It looks a little NXT-ish. I'm getting like a really strong NXT Tag Team Championship vibe from it. It's a circular plate. It says Intercontinental around it. It's got the WWE logo in the center. I mean, look, joking aside, initial reaction, I don't like it. Looking at it now, yeah, taking a moment to look at it, it's all right. Do you know what? It's got a little bit of like a watch vibe to it. Is anyone else getting that vibe? You know, like a watch. It's obviously got it's a circle faceplate. With I feel like I can see the mechanism inside. I'm really getting like a watch vibe. It's growing on me. It is growing on me. I really didn't like it at first. But now I've been able to look at it and really look at it. I can see it's a bit more detailed than I first thought. Very interestingly, though, talking of it looking like an NXT belt, all of the NXT belts are here. I think it looks a little similar to the tag ones. Those tag ones, I think, are a decent comparison. But you can see all of them because we've got Adam Cole, we've got Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, Roderick Strong. Honestly, I'm fascinated. I am absolutely fascinated by that belt. Absolutely fascinated by it. The more I look at it, the more it grows on me. But of all the belts to change, the IC belt is the one I wanted them to change the least. It is growing on me. Sami is actually taking Nakamura out of the ring with that new Intercontinental Championship. Look, let's give it a score. Let's give it a score. I think that's the best way to end this segment. I'm going to say that belt is 7.75. 7.75 out of 10. And that has gone up. When I first saw it, I thought it was like a 2. And it's gone up to about 7.75. So I'm not madly in love with it, but I'm no longer hating. God, I tell you what, I've gone through a whole range of emotions. What you think? Get it, score it, what you think? 24 out of 7. 9 out of 10. 0 out of 10. 8 out of 10. I gotta be honest, of all the belts, as I said, I just did not want them to change that. Did not want them to change that. Oh, don't you dare be sour! I hate New Day. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. We're sitting here talking about the new belt. But it is important to remember that you hate New Day. I actually like the belt. It's not bad. Look, they could have messed that up a lot worse. They could have messed that up a hell of a lot worse. So I'm not gonna hate on it too much. Looky what we have here. Well, well, looky what we have here. 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 0 out of 10, 7.75. So, New Day have come out. So, what, are we getting a New Day versus Undisputed Era match? Yowie wowie. It looks like the Women's AEW Championship. I don't know if it does, actually. That belt's really small. And it's oval. This isn't oval, this is circular. I love that. I'm a big belt fan. Heavy machinery coming down. Heavy machinery on the way down. So we've got Undisputed Era in the ring. Just donated. Oh, sorry, dude. Let me go up. I will go back up. I will find that super chat. We're just going to commercial break. Oh, it's not there anymore. Tell me what you said, dude. Duckman, tell me what you said, and I'll make sure to keep an eye out for it so that I definitely still read your donation, dude. Thank you very much for that. He's moving to Twitter. It's a New Days. Oh, yes, it is. Not really a fan of Otis. Days, do you like the new Intercontinental Championship? I have given it 7.75. It's not a belt that I wanted to see change. When I first saw it, I didn't like it. I thought it looked very simple, circular. In fact, the first thing I said was I thought it looked like the the Cultaholic belt, but it has, now I've seen it's a bit more detailed than I gave it credit for at first. It has grown on me. But of all the belts to change, those trash tag titles are absolutely top of the list. They should have changed the god-awful tag titles. Not these. I really don't think the IC belt needed changing. They need to change the United States. United States is horrible belt. Never liked the United States. No, I like the United States, not the belt. It's just got like this big flag at the bottom, and it's kind of like a kind of scrunched up bits at the top with just like the big flag bit at the bottom. You could have such a classier design, you know, than that. I don't know. I feel like, I suppose that belt, that IC belt, is quite modern in its feel. I'm torn on it. I'll tell you why I'm torn. I'm torn because when I first saw it, I thought it was trash. And then it grew on me because I saw it was actually more detail. I like detail on belts. That's why I still hate the 24/7 belt. I like detail. I like all those little touches. My favourite belt's the UK one. And nothing to do with me being in the UK. I don't care what. It could be the Saudi Arabian belt. I don't care. But the detail that's in that belt, I think looks absolutely amazing. And I would love to see the United States get a belt like that. I don't feel like the current United States belt is very detailed. It's just got, as I said, you know, it's like a crest. It's got a bit of something at the top and then flag at the bottom. So I feel like you guys should have like a really detailed belt as well. New title looks good, but the one it is replacing will never be forgotten. Completely agree. Completely agree. New WWE Intercontinental Championship. Who knew that was coming? I hadn't even heard rumors that was on the way. So really surprised at that news. Really surprised. Since we're in the Chicago, do you think that we will see CM Punk? I think we could see CM Punk, but I think it's unlikely, if I'm being honest. The reason why I say that is because apparently he hasn't had much communication with WWE. So I kind of believe that as well. I don't know, the way he was saying it, I sort of bought it. No one truly retires from the WWE. Right, we're going back. I think we're getting New Day and Heavy Machinery against Undisputed Era. That's what we're getting. I wish they would change both the Raw and SmackDown women's belts so that they look more special. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I wish there was only one women's champion. I think if you only had one women's champion, then it would have more prestige. I feel like having two women's champions, I mean, neither division is that big. I mean, there's 6 women over on SmackDown, 6 women over on Raw. I just feel like there's not enough women. The division isn't really big enough to support 2 champions. So I would lose one of the champions. Equally, I would lose one of the big titles. I don't think there should be 2 men's titles either. There wasn't back in the day. Back in my day. Back in my day. We just had the Winged Eagle. And that's all you needed. So, yeah, I would potentially look at losing one of them as well. I don't think you need 2 tag champs either. I really don't think you need all of these belts. I understand they're on different brands, and you could argue it'd be difficult for people on one brand to win title on another, but come on, they'd find a way. They would find a way. You'd have number 1 contender matches and stuff, wouldn't you? Okay, so we're back underway with a match, which I feel is quite pointless, to be honest. It's a shame that we've just had that big epic moment, that big new title reveal, and we're following it up with this. I mean, I suppose in a way, though, it's still exciting to see Undisputed Era in action. Gotta give them credit for that. And against the New Day. suppose it's all right. Days, did you see Wyatt's lantern? Yes, I did. I did see they were selling it. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. I did not expect them to be selling the lantern. And if they're selling it at the shows, that means that it will be coming to WWE Shop very, very soon. So, yeah, exciting. Exciting news. If you are watching and you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe. Make sure that you join us. Make sure that you join the channel. We've got a lot coming onto the channel over the next few days. Of course, we're doing live watch-alongs for NXT TakeOver. We are doing live watch-alongs for Survivor Series. And that promises to be absolutely epic. Then we're back on Monday for Raw, NWA Power, and WWE Backstage on Tuesday. We are doing NXT AEW on Wednesday. Of course, we're going to be doing theory videos about things that happen. There's figure videos coming up as well. There's lots that's going to be hitting the channel over the next week. So make sure that you are subscribed. I am not at Wrestling Shop Live this weekend. I am here doing videos and watch-alongs, so it is going to be a big weekend on the channel. IC title is nice. I give it 9.1. A new Universal Tag Team title would be cool. Make them purple. Combination of Raw and SmackDown. Oh, that's interesting. What do you think will happen with Bray Wyatt tonight? I think Bray will appear on the Titantron, and then I think the Fiend will attack in the ring. I would like for them to tease Funhouse Bray being in the ring, and in fact they have teased Funhouse Bray being in the ring, but I'm not sure if that's what we're going to get tonight. Roderick Strong doing some lovely work here with Kofi. Got him on his shoulder. Kofi breaks out of it though. Only gets a 2. This should be a decent match. It's just for me, it's a match that doesn't really mean anything. I mean, you don't get this with like UFC, do you? You know, if you were going to have, say, Conor McGregor versus Khabib again, yeah? They wouldn't have a match the week before where it's Conor McGregor and his friend versus Khabib and his friend in a tag match to build momentum for the main match. It's a I know there's a lot more programming on WWE, but saying that, they've got a lot of talent that they could use that they don't use, which I just feel maybe they should use. This could be a promo. This could be a vignette. This could be anything, you know, to build excitement up for Survivor Series. I kind of feel like I'm getting a bit of Survivor Series right now. Didn't realise as well that Nakamura, Sami Zayn are just still on the entrance ramp watching. I suppose they're scouting Roderick Strong, aren't they? I wonder if this means we'll see AJ at some point, because of course he's going to be in that match as well. Kofi Kingston up top. Nice to the outside. Ooh, hello, Big E getting in the face of Otis. Otis shoving Big E. Got a little bit of a breakdown here in the teams, which is cool. Okay, looks like we're going to another commercial break. WWE 2K. Days, I think the white strap was the IC title's identity. Who is Nakamura facing this weekend? Nakamura is taking on Roderick Strong And he is also facing AJ Styles. It's kind of all the mid-card titles colliding. So we're getting the North American champion versus the United States champion. It's kind of like, it's a bit weird, isn't it? Because United States, if you're the United States champion, then surely the North American champion is a bigger deal. And then surely the Intercontinental champion is an even bigger deal. In my head, it goes that way. United States, North American, Intercontinental. Because Intercontinental is North America and South America. So what they're saying is Shinsuke Nakamura is the champion of North and South America. Roderick Strong is the champion of just North America, which is Canada, North America, Mexico. I think a few other places, I'm not sure. And then you've got little old AJ Styles that's just the United States champion. So you've got these 3 mid-card titles that kind of mean roughly the same thing. They're all circling the United States. It's it's quite an interesting match when you think about it. So yeah, it's a triple threat mid-card title. And for those of you that didn't know what Intercontinental was, now you do. The Intercontinental Championship is North and South America combined. Days, I'll DM you my PO box for the Slam Attacks. Gmail won't work. Also, NXT Encore after SmackDown. Okay. NXT Encore after SmackDown. Yeah, okay, DM me, dude. I'll make a note to keep an eye out. Duckman, I've written it down. Duckman26, quack. Days, out of all the belts they could have changed, I would have liked a new cruiserweight. I agree. In your list of SmackDown female wrestlers, why do you have Nakamura listed as a female? What, in the description? I don't know, actually. That might just be an oversight. It's all old as well. In the description, I listed all of the superstars, but that were on SmackDown on Raw. But that's all pre-draft anyway. I still haven't gone in and changed it. So I was meant to change it anyway. So I will clear that oversight up if that is the case. In no way am I implying that Nakamura-san is a woman. Nakamina. Nakamina. Right, we got Kofi in the ring with Bobby Fish. Bobby Fish trying to prevent the tag, and he does by knocking Big E down. Heavy Machinery still haven't got into the match legally yet, apparently. Is he going to be able to do it? You got Heavy Machinery desperate to get into the ring. Tag's been made. Against the ropes. Otis is in the ring and he's laying out all of Undisputed Era. Shoulder charges everywhere. It's a shoulder charge city. That's where we are. He is loving it. Kicks coming in now on Otis. He's feeling it. He's pumped up. Big kick to the face, though, by Kyle O'Reilly. Kyle O'Reilly really firing in some shots. Knee to the midsection. Going for a kick. Headbutt from Otis. Kyle O'Reilly doing the Dean Ambrose move, you know, where he bounces off the middle rope and comes back. Haven't seen that in a while. It's cool. Otis, the people are chanting. They want the worm. He's feeling it. Boop, boop, boop. Everyone with their phones. Tucky gets tagged in. Down goes Kyle O'Reilly. 1, 2. Shoulder up. Man, think about this. Undisputed Era wrestling on SmackDown. They've got to wrestle at War Games. They're going to be competing at Survivor Series. 3 nights in a row, baby. Working these boys hard. Days, I was to have one replica. It would either be the North American or the WWE. Kyle oversells everything. Bobby Fish, who do he think he is? Patrick Duffy's the man from Atlantis. Days, I'm a big fan. My name is Armani. Nice name. Posh name. I am wearing my Huskus the bit. I still haven't got mine yet. Should be here very, very soon. Should be here very soon. I did order that Firefly Funhouse box. So I am very excited for that to arrive. Never forget, green shirt guy is in the front row. He is a traitor. He did turn his back on the WWE community. Never forget. Tucker going up top. Tucky going up. Air Tucky. Oh! Adam Cole comes in, breaks it up. It was breathtaking. Big E, belly to belly. Belly to belly by Big E. So, 2-on-1. Big E throws Undisputed Era to the outside. Kofi gets back into the ring. Gotta say, this is a good match. It's been a fun match. I know it doesn't mean nothing, but it's been a good match. Undisputed Era, though, they are very, very good. Very, very good. High-low. Kofi. Big clothesline. Adam Cole gets sent down. This is like the never-ending match. Otis spinning around with Kyle. It's fun, man. It's good. There's the caterpillar. You gotta give the people what they want. Drops the elbow on Kyle O'Reilly. Otis with the worm. I hope NXT and Raw guys interrupt Daniel Bryan's call out and the Fiend comes out and destroys everyone. Undisputed Era managed to just steal the victory there. Undisputed Era. That's a big win for them. Picking up a victory on Raw. Bow, bow. Undisputed shouldn't have won that match. Well, look, they want to build up NXT. I think that I stand by the fact they're going to have a really great Survivor Series. No. Great match. I agree. Really good. Sadly, it didn't mean anything. I don't buy this momentum malarkey. With Survivor Series around the corner. Days Team Ciampa still missing one member. Triple H has promised that it's going to be a big surprise. Roderick Strong going right up to Shinsuke Nakamura. That belt is very, very shiny. That new IC belt. Here's AJ. Where's your trash belt? Easily, of the 3 belts, AJ's got the worst looking one in my opinion. I love the North American. IC belt is growing on me. Sami Zayn using a chair. CM Punk. Jesus, that chair shot. Vicious, wasn't it? Vicious chair shot. IC title is trending on Twitter right now. IC title is trending on Twitter. What's happened so far? We've got a new. Well, it's been a really good hour. I mean, honestly, entertainment-wise, it's been a really good hour. We had Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte versus Sasha. We got a brand new Intercontinental Championship. We've just had Undisputed Era versus New Day and Heavy Machinery, and it was a really good match. And all of that in an hour. It's been really good. This is what I'm saying. This is definitely the A show now. This is definitely the A show. Friday night is where it's at. They're just running through the SmackDown Survivor Series card, sorry. No holds barred, no disqualification. Rey Mysterio versus Brock Lesnar. We still don't know Team NXT. They've just got a lot of faces, haven't they? We're still waiting to find out who's going to be on that team. 6-man tag match tonight. Mustafa Ali, Shorty G, Roman Reigns versus Dolph Ziggler, Robert Roode, and King Corbin. King Boring Corbin. Are you ready? There's Daniel up next. Daniel summons Bray Wyatt. Any puppets? Any puppets? No puppets. Still looking for them. Still looking for them. It's Bray time. Yes, this is something we're all looking forward to. Is Funhouse Bray going to be summoned to the ring? Days, thanks for streaming, dude. Otherwise, it would just be me and my dog. No worries, Trafford. Honestly, if I didn't stream, it would be me, and my dog's like in the other room, so I wouldn't even be with Kia. I'd just be on my own. So, absolutely my pleasure. I appreciate everyone that joins us on these streams. And again, make sure that you hit subscribe. Make sure that you do join us without sounding like a cult. Make sure that you do join us. I'm glad to see Toni Storm back. She should have been chosen over Mia Yim for TakeOver. She's a star. Dave, do you think it's scandalous to price Joshua versus Ortiz at $24.95? I don't know. I mean, I gotta be honest. I would have expected it to have been £20, $19.99. It's probably the biggest fight for the UK audience, isn't it? I mean, outside of Fury, but Fury Wilder, I would imagine, is going to be about the same price. So, I think it's going to be that way. Is that next weekend? I don't know. I can't remember when that is. Or is that this weekend? Or next weekend? I don't know. I don't know when it is. I'd like to watch it, but if it's this weekend, that is going to be a problem. Days team, Ciampa still missing one member. Yeah, I do. I think John Morrison, as I said, Triple H has promised it's going to be a big surprise. So I think it will be Morrison. I think they've been saving Morrison for that. And look, it makes sense, doesn't it? Putting Morrison down in NXT. I don't really like the North American title, but looks like a boxing title. Oh, I do. It's one of my favourite belts. I think it looks really cool. I really like is it like a maroon belt? Is that the colour? Maroon? I like the strap. I really like the coloured strap. Worried that with NXT winning tonight, they won't get a win on Sunday. WWE 2K20 sponsors on Sky. Are you ready? Wow, it's really weird. I've just put up a reaction video. I've got, on my reaction video for the new IC belt, it's got 79 likes, 4 dislikes, 25 comments, 9 views. YouTube's drunk. YouTube's drunk, everyone. New YouTube's been drunk for a while. CM Punk chants. Oh, yeah, he says, AJ says he's the best thing going in Chicago. CM Punk. CM Punk. Little smile on the face of AJ. AJ says he would mop the floor with CM Punk. Anyone else getting like a Ted DiBiase vibe from AJ? Now that AJ's a heel and he's talking trash to the crowd, I'm getting a really strong $1 Million Man vibe. I think it's the beard. It's the beard and the laugh. Ha! Money, 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 money. They're cutting a promo right next to the entrance ramp. It's a bit weird. Was John Morrison, he's letting his hair blow in the wind like, yeah, I hope he does, yeah? Have you put it made for kids? That's what people on Twitter are blaming it on. If you don't, it slows down the view count. I believe I did. I don't know. I'll have a look. That's weird, isn't it? That what, it slows down the view count? Here comes Daniel. What are we getting here, friends? It's funny you should say that, actually, because I did notice it might be happening to this stream as well. It's so hard to set made for kids because it's not on the one. You have to go to for those of you that don't know, there's 2 backstage areas on YouTube. And, no, yeah, I have set it. Stupid YouTube. Stupid YouTube. Stupid YouTube face. Yowie, wowie. Yowie, wowie chant from the crowd. Oh, Daniel Bryan chant now as well. Daniel Bryan. He says, if you want to know why I want to summon Bray Wyatt, here is why. The other week, the Fiend attacking Daniel. I think the Fiend sees that you're washed up. That's a great line. I didn't see all of this. I missed last week. You don't know what it's like to have this kind of mental instability combined with this passion. Hi, Daniel. Hi, Daniel. About what you did. YouTube are blatantly rolling it out like this so YouTubers fail. They could be making it much easier. Could not agree more. And clearer. What do you say? This is where he snaps, isn't it? And he's like, yes, 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 yes. I've got to say, when I watched this last week, I wondered if they were giving Bray the yes chant and if they were going to make it darker. I mean, think about it. He's taken the title from Seth. So, could he take this from Daniel? Yes! Yes! Manic! Interestingly, Daniel Bryan is in his wrestling attire. Daniel says he's not come out to talk about yes. He's not come out to talk about climate change. He is summoning Bray Wyatt. He's not going to pretend to know what goes on in the mind, because he doesn't know what goes on in his mind. There's someone in the crowd that's got one of them lanterns. They've actually bought one of those lanterns. I just saw it behind Daniel. They are selling them there for $100. Come down, we can talk man to man. We can get a lot off our chest. Yeah. It'll be fun. There we go. Daniel Bryan says, come down, we can talk about it. Or we can fight right now. I get the feeling that a Firefly Funhouse episode. Lights go out. This would imply the Fiend, wouldn't it? Normally when the lights... This is different. Because normally the lights slowly shut down. The lights just went off then. Yeah, there is mind games. People are on their feet, man. The Miz? The Miz is coming out. Okay. Miz looks like he's ready to wrestle. Are we going to get Daniel Bryan versus The Miz? What the hell are you doing out here? Here we go. Let's see what Mizzy Boy's got to say. Lights went out, yeah. Miz says, unlike you, I am a professional. Daniel Bryan says he doesn't care. Feelings are mutual. Man, this feud goes back a long way, doesn't it? I'm totally fine with seeing Miz versus Daniel Bryan now. How long are we... Oh, man, this show is going too fast. We've only got 44 minutes left. Oh, Miz slaps Daniel. Miz slaps Daniel Bryan. Oh, now we go to commercial break. Okay, well, I didn't expect things to go this way. These commercial breaks are killing me. I hear you. I hear you, Sean. Breaks, yeah. Next, the Fiend will face Days. Hello. Put him in a diaper. Hello. And sprinkle baby powder between his legs before he eats him. Okay, cool. David, if you want to talk things through, is everything all right at home? Twitter has a very good picture of the IC title. You can really see the detail. Okay, I will be checking that out. When I first, look, for those of you that might be joining late, when I first saw it, I hated it. Honestly, I was at about a 2 out of 10. I thought it looked to me like the Cultaholic title. Circular. It looked with words around the edges. It really, really looked like that. I didn't appreciate what was behind that. And then when I saw it a little bit more and I could see there was a bit of detail in there, the triangle in the center with the logo, lots of little plate work and etchings and things on it. It started growing on me. It started to grow on me. I think I'm still at like a 7.75, but yeah, let's see. I gotta be honest, I just all the belts to change. That's not one that was on my radar. Daniel is still a heel. Miz is still a face. Not sure. Not sure. That wasn't a face thing to do, was it? A face doesn't come down and slap a heel out of nowhere. Daniel didn't do anything. Daniel was standing there. Daniel called out the Fiend, and then Miz just interrupted, came down and slapped him. I'm not sure you can say that's a face. Daniel hasn't done anything wrong, so I think it's a bit blurry. For me, they're both kind of faces now. I don't know, Daniel's hard to read, isn't he? He's hard to read. I don't think The Miz is a heel. I think they're kind of both hard to say. If you're watching Fiend, I hate... If you're watching Fiend, I hate you, but I still want you to lose. Don't understand what that means. Fiend is going to attack The Miz. Fiend will attack Miz and protect Daniel. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that happening. And that could build up a feud with The Miz. I do believe there will be a feud with The Miz in the future. If they could make a new IC title, why not design a new Universal? Very true. Very true. I hate how much more Fiend stuff you can get on US shop over Euro shop. Yeah, I mean, we do tend to get it eventually. But yeah, I don't disagree. We don't get the range that they do in America, but then America is quite a bit bigger than the UK. So they probably feel that we don't need such a choice. I don't know. Right, I think we're going back. I don't personally think that the Intercontinental belt ever needed to be changed. I agree. One of the most iconic belts in history. I agree. Matthew Lopez, thank you very much for the support, my friend. It's a match. Oh, hello. Oh, it is a match. Well, look, I'm not hating this. Miz versus Daniel Bryan. Are you ready? Fiend, come out wherever you are. He will. He surely will. Nice. Flying knee by Daniel. Daniel posing. The Miz sucks. Daniel is obviously still a heel by the way he talks. I don't know. He said he wasn't out here to talk about Yes, but he wasn't out here to talk about climate either. I kind of feel like the Yes stuff represents him as being a face, and the climate stuff they really used to get him over as a heel, like lecturing people about recycling and stuff like that. He said that he wasn't out there to talk about either, which kind of says to me that he's not out here as a face or a heel. He's kind of in the middle. Kind of an anti-hero kind of a thing, you know? A tweener. That's what they call it, isn't it? Isn't he a tweener? Because he's in between. Is Daniel Bryan vulnerable? I have no idea why he would take this match on SmackDown. That bothers me. I mean, like, this is literally 2 days before Survivor Series, 2 days before a Universal Championship match. How many times do you get those kind of opportunities? And he's out here wrestling The Miz. Joe Mikulicek says, hey, Days, huge weekend ahead. You're not wrong. Oh, you're not wrong. Absolutely massive weekend. War Games should be a lot of fun. Obviously NXT getting involved as well. We've got title matches. Yeah, huge. Absolutely huge. Hope you're well as well, Joe. Daniel Bryan is a tweemer. How is Mama Days? She's all right. She's all right. She had a hand injury. I think I said before that muscle there wasn't working right, so she had to have like surgery on it. But it's I think it seems to be getting better for her. Survivor Series finishes at 5:30 on Sunday. I actually really like how Daniel and The Miz work together. I agree. I think they're really good together. They got such... But saying that, they've known each other now for nearly 10 years. I mean, Daniel Bryan joined, I want to say 2010. As a part of NXT, the first wave. Could even... I don't know why 2010's in my head. It just is. But they stopped ECW, didn't they? And they replaced it with NXT. And the first season of NXT was like a reality show. And Daniel was one of the students, rookies, as they called them. And he was partnered with The Miz. So from day one, Daniel Bryan has known The Miz and worked with The Miz. And they've got really good chemistry together. I feel like, in a way, they define each other. If you want to, you know, like how many people say that Kane is the ultimate opponent of The Undertaker. I feel like Miz is Daniel's, and vice versa. I feel that Daniel is Miz's. Like, honestly, this could be Daniel's retirement match at WrestleMania. Daniel versus The Miz. I don't know if people would want to see that or not. But they've definitely got the most history together. NXT are wrestling 3 nights straight. They work almost as hard as wrestling days. This isn't work, is it? Sitting here watching wrestling, chatting. I can hardly call this work. How sure are you The Fiend will show up anytime soon? Well... They're building for Survivor Series, and it would be very strange for them not to have The Fiend interact with Daniel on the Go Home show. So, I mean, we've just seen the build for Shinsuke versus Roderick versus AJ. This is now the build for the Universal Championship match. So, I would say I'm 70% sure. Kicks from Daniel to The Miz. Miz slumped in the corner. Daniel getting ready now to run over. He's building up. Is he building up for a yes? This is really interesting. This would confirm him as a face. And he does it, and the music and the lights. Slowly shutting down. It is going to be The Fiend. Is he going to be in the ring? Is he going to be on the entrance stage? Oh, that was amazing. That was amazing. The lights come on and he has replaced The Miz. He's actually slumped in the corner where The Miz was. And now he's rised. That was so cool. That was so cool! And he gets up, look at this, the red light! He goes over to Daniel! Mandible claw! Mandible claw! Takes him down! Look at... Where's The Miz gone? Does anyone know where The Miz has gone? Wouldn't it be amazing if they showed The Miz now in the funhouse, just like... Where am I? Where am I? That would be amazing. Mandible claw, Daniel has gone out. And The Fiend is laughing his head off. That was epic. That was done so well. That was done so well. The way that the lights... And they came on quick as well. Like, they weren't off for very long. The way that they shut those lights off. And then, like, it's not as if we were waiting here for half an hour and then they came on. Like, they went off. Few seconds later they came on and The Fiend was like, I think if you watch it back you can see him just get into position. There's just a slight bit of movement where it must have been that close, but he managed to make it. He managed to get into the corner, and then like how he like looked up and everything, reached and kind of climbed up, went right over to Daniel, mandible claw, all under that red light. It was really good. That was really good. That's actually one of my favorite attacks. Because the other attacks, he's just been in the ring, kind of behind them. Whereas this, it was done a little different. Really good. So excited for that match. Out of all the matches I'm looking forward to this weekend, goes without saying, Fiend versus Daniel Bryan. That is the one for me. Because I can't wait to see how they book it. Is it going to be a clean win for the Fiend? Is the Fiend going to lose, but lose by count out or DQ or something? I don't think he gets pinned. I don't think he gets submitted. He could win. Is there going to be something spooky that happens? Are we going to get, like, kids coming down or people in puppet costumes or Liv Morgan interfering? Or there's so many questions around it. That's why it's the match I'm most excited for. Very cool, man. That was done very, very well. Very, very well. That was an oh my days moment for the ages. R.I.P. screeching sounds. Oh, didn't notice. Agree or disagree? The Fiend needs a new finisher. I'm gonna disagree because I actually don't mind the finisher. If they replaced it, I wouldn't mind either. So I'm kind of in the middle, really. I'm kind of the or. Agree or disagree. I'm the or. Days, did you hear the new noise? It was a different noise, not the screeching noise. I have to have it turned down, don't I? For copyright reasons, I have to be very, very careful. So, sadly, I did not hear the new noise. But I will, of course, go back and listen to it again. Builds anticipation, getting the crowd involved. Miz is going to become Ramblin' Rabbit. How do you feel about the attack? I just said, I really liked it. I thought it was one of the better attacks. I really did. Thought it was one of the better attacks. Bray never disappoints. I agree. Not a new, but a third. Dream match: Fiend and Liv versus Bryan and Bray. Ooh. A long tone that is hypnotizing. Well, he wants you to let him in, doesn't he? That's what he wants. Yeah. It does set us up for Survivor Series. We're already in Chicago. I thought the neck snap would be a new finisher. I don't think it's a finisher. I think it's a signature move. Oh, Shayna Baszler's music. Shayna Baszler on the way down. I bet she's going to come with... Oh, it looks like she's on her own, actually. Shayna Baszler. Shayna two-time. Her top says Shayna two-time. Someone's been inspired by Becky. Bow, 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 bow. Watch it, Days. It's like the noise as the light goes out, but it's extended for the entire attack. Very cool. 10 out of 10. Love colour commentary because you'll just get excited as I do. Oh, dude, I love it. I love it. Maybe I don't love everything. I didn't love that new IC belt at first, but it's grown on me. It's grown on me. Oh, Shayna promo? Time for a Shayna Baszler promo. So she says Bayley's not getting the message because I'm not lurking in the shadows. And she's calling her out, man. Shayna is pumped up here. From behind, surely. Yeah. From behind, Bayley. Bailey fighting in plimsolls. Look at these little slip-ons. Shots, really good-looking shots as well from Shayna. Bailey rolls out the ring. Shayna, Bailey trying to escape, trying to get into the crowd. The submission magician. The what? They're really putting over the Caracluna clutch. God, that's not easy to say. Just looks like a sleeper hold. Throat first. Into the ring post goes Shayna. I need to learn what that move's called. The Caracluna clutch. It honestly looks very just like a sleeper hold, like a rear naked choke. The bottom arm goes across the windpipe, across the chest. I suppose the top arm doesn't go round the front. It seems to go round the back. I suppose in a way it's a bit more vicious, isn't it? Because you're kind of pushing the head forward with the top arm and choking the neck with the bottom arm. I likes it. Ian95, YouTube gave me free super chat, so here you go. Oh, dude, that is so kind. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it, man. Thank you. Shout out to you, Ian95, big supporter of the streams. Match flow. Hopefully this NXT stuff ends after this weekend. I think it will. I think it will. No, so we didn't get Funhouse Bray. I've only just realised. We didn't get Funhouse Bray. I was really hoping that we would. Well, I don't know. I was hoping that we would. I was kind of torn on it. But they did say that Daniel was going to summon Bray Wyatt to the ring. Got the Miz instead. They muted the crowd during the Fiend attack. Where's the other two that come out with Shayna? That's a good question. Didn't see them, did we? Jessamine Duke and Marina Shafir. I'ma go hard. I'ma go hard. Okay, so Mustafa Ali has got a Chicago flag. I am not writing Shorty G. Forget it. And Chad Gable. Oh my god. Rude and Ziggler. Main event time then, friends. I guess I have more free ones. It's been forever since I've been able to watch. College has been kicking my butt. Wow, that's amazing that they just give you free super chats. Someone mentioned that the other day. I didn't even know it was a thing that they did, but regardless, thank you so much, dude. Really, genuinely, really appreciate it. Sorry to... What are you studying, Ian? Let me know. What are you studying at college? The Cringe Crew would like to know, Ian. What are you studying? I don't think I've ever requested a shout out, but I do say hi a lot. Does that count? No. No, it doesn't. Sorry, Jesse. I wish it did, but my hands are tied. My hands are tied. It doesn't count. It's not the same. Roman Reigns is here. Oh, yeah, it's triple threat, isn't it? No, not triple threat. I meant there's 3 people in these teams. It's a 6-man. Roman, and they've also got Boring, Corbin. There we go. Whew! Quite a stacked main event. 6 people involved. Botchamania. What? 4. Pyro didn't work. Oh, I didn't see. Botchamania. There we go. Make a mandible claw compilation of you saying it. I'm not sure that's a video people are... Now it goes off. There we go. Now it all fires away. Was that a botch, do you think? Or did you think they just waited for him to get into the ring? Okay, well, either way, we've gone to commercial. Now it goes off. Ali G is holding his hometown flag. I thought that was the Chicago thing. New pyro. Yes, slightly delayed pyro, I think, by the looks of it, but it's kind of cool. Certainly louder pyro. We've got louder pyro. Best SmackDown in 3 years. It has been an excellent, excellent SmackDown. I will agree with that. It has been a very, very good SmackDown. I have really enjoyed it. In fact, the whole build for Survivor Series has been very good. Been very enjoyable. So yeah, I can't criticize. No criticism from me. 28 minutes till the main event. No botches here. The CGI said Mustafa Ali. Yeah, they've gone back to Mustafa Ali. They've given him the Mustafa back. So it is Mustafa Ali again. Thanks for answering earlier days. I only say the Fiend needs a new finisher because of how powerful his character is. Yeah, that's fine. Honestly, if they gave him a new finisher, it wouldn't bother me. I'm kind of in the middle with it. I don't mind the mandible claw and all of that kind of stuff. It's all right. I'm as I said, I'm torn on it. I am definitely torn. Days next week, I'm hoping to meet Mick Foley and Booker T at Pontins. Huh? They're at Pontins next week. It's random, isn't it? Shout out to Wrestling Days is Rock. I'm just having a look to see what people are saying on Twitter about the Fiend attack and if they enjoyed it as much as I did, but no one's really saying anything, to be honest. No one's really talking about it, which I'm really surprised about. I mean, there's comments, but like no one's really going crazy about it, so I don't know if it landed as much as it did with me. I really liked it. I thought it was one of the best attacks we've had so far. I really enjoyed it. Are you ready? Okay, so we're going back to the action. We've literally got 19 minutes. 19 minutes. That is no time at all. Dave, you're forgetting about the big dog, Roman Reigns and King Corbin. They're on. They're on. Roman, boring Corbin. I added them. Rude and Ziggler coming down. Shout out, by the way, have you bought any new figures? No, I haven't bought any new figures. CGI, they're using these CGIs a lot. I think that was Christopher Rogers, so shout out to Christopher Rogers. Down, 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 down. Oh, he's getting carried down now, isn't he? This is a new thing they do. They carry him down. I'm really boring. 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 I'm boring. My name is Corbin. I'm really bored. Well, he's here anyway. The little graphic thing on the side should just say, he's really dull. He's really dull. No one likes him. Fun fact about Baron Corbin. No one likes him. That's all you need to put. Is here anyway. Dun, dun, dun. Slightly different ring attire for Corbin. I don't know if he had this last week. I'm really boring. Right, I gotta be honest, this isn't going to be the most exciting main event, but I'm imagining there's going to be a lot of run-ins and things. I'm guessing that we're going to get a lot of outside interference. Roman Reigns coming straight out and unloading on everyone. Roman Reigns, the big dog. Obviously, that amazing segment last week that the internet loved. With the guy in the dog costume. I still haven't seen that segment in full. I need to check it out. Into the barrack. God, that was hard. Went into that barricade quite hard. Into the edge of the ring quite hard as well. So as we said, I'm fully expecting a load of people to come down. So, Rude in the ring with Roman. Rude and Roman. Kicks to Rude and to Ziggler. Reigns has had a lot taken out of him. Chad Gable in. I refuse to call him Shorty G. Kick to the midsection. That was a nice back kick. I mean, Chad Gable, what a fantastic talent. Such a shame that they're giving him this name. But, all respect, they are using him quite a bit. I mean, look, he finds himself in the main event here. So, they are using him. It's not as if he's being ignored. It's not as if he's EC3 or Eric Young. Seems like if you used to work in TNA and you're not called AJ Styles... Oh, into the commentary table. Yeah, then your life is pretty hard. And straight bounced off that commentary table. Seems to be quite nasty. Ali and Roman both going round and checking on him. They're just checking that he's alright, but he is not going to be alright after that. He hit hard. He really, he flew, he bounced. Properly bounced. He was bouncy G. Bouncy G. And Roman just went straight over. He's asking, is everything all right, man? And you know that Shorty G just turned around and went, have you got any gossip? What's the latest gossip, Roman? What are they saying over there? Give me the latest news, Roman. What's the latest news? What are people saying? Because he is Shorty Gossip. Daze, thank you for putting some respect on Chad's name. Yes. Nothing but respect from me, my friend. Maximum respect. I honestly, I'm a really big fan of Chad Gable. I'm a genuinely big fan of Chad Gable. I think he's awesome. And it's such a shame that he has been lumbered with this. I heard rumors actually that it was all the Miz's idea. Apparently the Miz came up with this. I don't know if you guys heard this rumor, but apparently the Shorty G line came from the Miz. So it's all his fault. So if that doesn't make Miz a heel, I don't know what does. The fact that Shorty G is the Miz's fault. Right, we're at commercial break at the moment. We've got 13 minutes to go. I'm pretty sure this main event is going to just completely fall apart. Pretty sure this is just going to be complete madness with NXT and Raw getting involved. So I should imagine that we will go down that path when we get back. They are at Pontins in Wales for AC Wrestling weekend with Paige's parents' company. Oh, okay. There will likely be injuries during and after Survivor Series. I wouldn't be surprised. Days, how do you think Finn Balor is being treated? I think he's being treated well. I like the fact that he's not fighting for NXT's honor. Like, honestly, that would make no sense. So I think the fact that he is in a feud with Matt Riddle and he's kind of fighting for himself, that makes more sense. Do I want to see Finn Balor standing shoulder to shoulder with NXT talent? No. So I think they're using him quite well. It's just a bit of a shame that everything's happening right now, you know? Just a bit of a shame that we've got all of this kicking off. It's like really bad timing in a way for Balor. Because he shouldn't be getting involved in fighting other brands. Right, we're back anyway. I think this is going to be the final part of it. Just showing a replay. It was brutal. Absolutely brutal. Called him Gable then and apologised. He said Gable. He went, sorry, Shorty G. Don't apologise, mate. Don't apologise for calling him a better name. Superman punch from Roman. This SmackDown has been brilliant. I agree, C Wrestling. I absolutely agree. I think it's been brilliant as well. Nice. Tag made. Drop kick by Ali. Corbin kind of swatted it away, but I think they're still making out that he got the majority of it. Do you know, if you type in Survivor Series, I don't know if you've seen this, but if you type Survivor Series into Twitter, you get the little belt as well. So not only have they put it at the end of SmackDown, the SmackDown logo, and they've put Raw at the end of Raw and NXT at the end of NXT, but if you put Survivor Series, you get a little belt. I love that. I think that's really cool. Are you ready? Mustafa Ali. Flying all over the place. So Corbin in the ring with Mustafa Ali. Picking up Ali, landing on his feet. Back elbow from Ali. DDT onto Corbin. Ali going outside the ring, climbing up. Shorty G on the outside. Spinebuster by Rude. Do you think CM Punk will face Seth Rollins at WrestleMania? I'm 50-50 on it, but right now that seems to be where we're building towards. The Yes Chants summon Bray. This match makes no sense considering they're all going to have to work together on Sunday. That's Ace Man. That's very true. That's very, very true. Deep 6, 2, Corbin. Now, look, Corbin's got the victory here. So we've still got 8 minutes to go. So Rude, Ziggler, and Corbin win. Down, down. Corbin has got that scepter. He's got that scepter. He's going to look to use that scepter. Seth What did you miss? You missed quite a bit, dude. You missed quite a bit. There's been quite a lot going on this one. It's been a really, really good show. Seth's music's hitting. Roman's in the ring. Raw are at the top of the stairs. I mean, is Seth going to go after Roman? Because that would be newsworthy. I mean, we've got Viking Raiders. We've got... It is Shades of the Shield. Where's our locker room, says Corey Graves. It's a good question. Do you imagine if they beat up Corey Graves? That'd be awesome. Seth's like, hang on, give me a second. Give me a second. That's my brother in the ring. Oh, this is very tasty, though. This is very, very tasty. Seth in the ring with Roman. Roman, not wearing a SmackDown shirt. Seth's wearing a Raw shirt. They're getting a bit heated here. Oh, no way, Seth! Seth starts throwing shots at Roman! Seth and Roman! What? Look at this! Roman driving his shoulder into the midsection. And now they're teaming up. You've got Drew McIntyre and Seth stomping away on Roman. What? And here's Braun. Braun, Drake Maverick, they're all coming down. Braun just shoulder charging everyone. Bang, bang, bang. There's people flying everywhere. See, this is what I said earlier in the stream. I was like, not a big fan of these massive beatdowns because you can't really see what's going on. But I do like those little stories that are in there. And they started off with a great one. Seth and Roman. I'm also loving Drake Maverick, who's just swinging away like this. Can you see Drake Maverick? Gets picked up and hurled into the corner by Drew McIntyre. Drake Maverick grabbing the leg of Drew. Just fighting on the outside. Drew picks up Drake, hurls him into the corner. Braun picks up Drew and power slams him. SmackDown standing tall in the ring. Oh, NXT are coming! NXT are coming! And they've got the army truck! It's like the DX invasion! What an image that is! What an image! What an image! Triple H on that army truck! Bring in his army! Oh, NXT! Just when you think you can't love them anymore! It was amazing! Like, literally the whole of NXT is here. It wouldn't surprise me if, like, William Regal is in there somewhere going, ah! This is madness. This is like the whole locker room. Walter is out there as well. There's even people out there I don't even recognize. I think that was Bronson Reed who was out there. But, I mean, this is absolute madness. What an image that was, seeing that army truck come driving down. I mean, they got from the loading bay to the entrance stage very, very quickly. I don't know if you noticed that. It's like they transported. But anyway, amazing. What a moment that was. Keith Lee is out here. We've got Seth bashing people with monitors. Keith Lee, I think, is in the ring on his own. Look at this, Keith Lee just taking a moment. We've got some people on the entrance ramp, NXT. I think it's Tommaso. Oh, he's got someone! One of the Street Profits! Sit down powerbomb by Keith Lee, and oh, bask in his glory. Braun and Keith Lee. Oh. Don't end now. 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 Braun getting ready to go at Keith Lee. Keith Lee in the other corner. Heath Slater gets in the ring, gets shoulder charged down. I think it was that Angel Garza that just got pushed. Please don't end, please don't end, please don't end. Braun and Keith Lee face to face in the ring. Ah, they're going at it. This is so good. This is so good. Oh, that was so... I didn't deserve that. That was too good for me. That was too good for me. I have done nothing this year that warrants me being allowed to watch that. Honestly, I should have turned it off. That was too good for me. So good. Oh, that moment when they're coming down with the army truck. It's so iconic, that invasion of WCW during the Attitude Era, and now Triple H leading his troops again, but this time to invade SmackDown. I mean, if that doesn't get you excited for Survivor Series, quite literally nothing will. If the end of that SmackDown didn't get you pumped as a wrestling fan, I don't know what will. That was just like a CM Punk return from being perfect. It's incredible. It was absolutely incredible. What a show. A new Intercontinental Championship. Fiend attacking Daniel Bryan in the best way ever. An epic beatdown at the end. Really good matches throughout. Rhea Ripley versus Sasha versus Charlotte. New Day and Heavy Machinery against Undisputed Era. Bayley and Shayna brawling. That is one of the best episodes of SmackDown I have seen in a long, long time. Oh, it's going to take me a long time to recover as well. So good. 10 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Best SmackDown. Best SmackDown I've seen in a long time. Freaking brilliant show. Look, I can't give things 10 out of 10. I can't go that way. 9.5. And honestly, that is huge from me. That is huge. I can't give it a 10 out of 10 because I think they could always have given us John Morrison. They could have given us CM Punk. They could have given us more, you know? In a way, you could always have more. But that's as close to 10 as, you know. I mean, we really are snuggling. I can see 10. I can see 10 over there. We're snuggling up to it. We're waving at 10 like this, in my opinion. Quite a lot of you over there saying that it got there. Quite a lot of you saying that we're in 10 Town. Welcome to 10 Town. Woo-hoo! We're on our way to 10 Town. I'm at 9.5. I'm at 9.5. One of the best SmackDowns, honestly, I can remember. Absolutely epic. Epic. Epic doesn't even do it justice. It's such a shame that more people tend to tune in for Raw than tune in for SmackDown. I feel like SmackDown gets about 2 million. I think Raw gets about 2-3. I honestly don't know what the ratings were last week, so it might be different now. I know they're very, very similar, but even the fact they're very similar is madness. Because SmackDown clearly is far and away the better show. Far and away the better show. I mean, they've got like CGI graphics for the entrances. It's got that pay-per-view vibe. I don't know what SmackDown was like last week, but I think the week before was quite strong, if I remember correctly. But this is next level stuff. This is next level stuff. Duckman26, Quack. Shout out to you, my friend. I don't know if I missed another of your super chats. What did you say, dude? NXT Encore on the network. NXT Network Encore. What is this? I haven't got the network set up. That's the only problem. The network doesn't work on my TV anymore. They took it off. It used to be that I could go onto the network on my TV, but now I would have to watch it on... Well, actually, I might be able to watch it on my phone. Can I watch it on my phone? Why wouldn't I be able to watch it on my phone? I might just have a quick look just to see what this is about. They're saying that my phone is also dying, which doesn't help things. NXT Play Live. Is this just a repeat of what was on the other day? Start time 3 o'clock. Yeah, it's just a repeat, dude. It's just a repeat. We got Becky in the ring again. So, Days, you make watching wrestling so much more enjoyable. I love the enthusiasm. Dude, after a show like that, it's so easy. So easy to be enthusiastic. So, really, really good. Really, really good. Duckman, now you're still here. Let me know. What did you say? In case I missed it again. I don't know if I missed it again. But whatever it is, Duckman, I'm gonna keep an eye out for whatever your comment is. And then we're going to bid farewell. Brilliant show, as I said. I don't even know what else I can say. Shout out, because I've never asked before. It's a bit more difficult than that, though. I don't just give them out. I feel you have to earn them. So maybe one day. Maybe one day. Shout out, please. Oh, yeah, no worries. Jules the King, shout out to you. Keith Lee versus Braun Strowman at WrestleMania. I know. It's got to be done. It's got to be done. If you think that was great, wait until War Games and Survivor Series. And don't forget, we're back as well. We are back. So if you are watching and you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe. Make sure that you hit that subscribe. I know 99.9% of you already have, and I really appreciate it, but I'd hate for people to join us on these streams and then miss out because they forget to join us again. That's why if you subscribe, then at least it will pop up in your subscription feed or whatever. And we are back for tomorrow. We're back tomorrow. We're back tomorrow for TakeOver. We're back on Sunday for Survivor Series. And I would like to try and find a way of giving away a collectible. Please note I said collectible for Survivor Series. I'm going to have to think about it. Because surely competitions aren't banned. Competitions can't be banned. Can't ban competitions. I'm going to have to give it some thought. I still preferred the SmackDown from 2 weeks ago. That's fair. That's fair. What do you think of the new IC title? There's a hot... You can actually see my actual reaction from the moment I saw it. And you don't even need to go through this video. It's a separate video. I've done a separate video. It's already up and on the channel. There's a separate video for that. There's a separate video for the Fiend. That ending was so epic. I'll probably put a separate video up for that as well. But yeah, I didn't want to go until I'd seen what Duckman26 Quack had got to say, just in case I had missed it. Shout out to Justin Petas, is that? Shout out to you. Days, do you think Bryan will bring back the yes? He did, didn't he? I think that was a big moment. It's a big moment where he started doing that. The crowd said yes, and then the lights started to go. So it kind of felt like he'd got to that place where he was bringing it back. So yeah, we're going to have to wait and see. 205 Live is cancelled tonight. Okay, very interesting. Days, what's your Twitter? Yes, that's important as well. If you haven't followed on Twitter, there's only one Twitter account that I use now. The other one was suspended because I shared a link to one of these streams, and they thought it was a link to actual WWE programming. So I'm trying to sort all of that, but it's simple. It's at Wrestling Days. At Wrestling Days. Simple as that. At Wrestling Days. Was Kevin Owens there? Did Triple H get to him? Did not see Kevin Owens. Did not see Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens could Kevin Owens be the final person to join NXT? Is that going to be the surprise? Kevin Owens joins Team NXT? Someone I think asking about the Fiend figure. When do you think the Fiend figure is coming out? March or April? I'm a boss. A boss always deserves a shout out. No, there's a lot of bosses that aren't respected. You think it might be changed like Daniel's Planet Championship if someone wins it from Shinsuke? No. That's a very expensive looking belt. That will have cost a lot of money to design and manufacture. They're not going to be changing that anytime soon. I mean, Daniel's eco-friendly thing was easy to design. It's just the same belt made of wood and hemp. Whereas this is a whole new title design. So I really think that is the brand new Intercontinental Championship. Days another wrestling week. I know. Really excited. Do you think The Undertaker will be at Survivor Series? I'm not sure. I'm going to say no. I think there's so much going on. I think they're going to want you to be talking about how well NXT did. That's my gut feeling. I think coming out of Survivor Series, they want you focused on how amazing NXT did so that people are talking about NXT. Probably talking about John Morrison or Kevin Owens, someone new joining NXT. They're not going to want you talking about Undertaker. They're not going to want you doing that. So they're going to want Twitter and all of us talking about NXT. Can't miss Wednesday. Did you see Kevin Owens has joined NXT now? Or something along those lines. So I'm going to say no to Undertaker. Days, do you think we'll see Fiend versus CM Punk? Maybe one day. But I think it's more likely you get Seth CM Punk at WrestleMania than The Fiend. Time for bed. Well, good night to you, David. I like China. I know she has passed away. She did pass away. Shout out to Amin Green. Where is CM Punk? He is on WWE Backstage. He says that he's not spoken to WWE. We're going to have to wait and see. Heel Vic. Is there any way that I could get one of those posters that you signed at Wrestling Shop Live? Drop me an email, dude. Drop me an email. I'll have a look at it off stream. I already donated for tonight, so you'll have to wait till next stream. I can't wait. Did you donate? Okay, fair enough. Well, then I would have shouted you out. That's just greedy. You're just being greedy now. I would love The Undertaker to retire at Survivor Series. Yeah, I don't. It's not going to happen this year, is it? Days, did you know there is a heartbeat that goes with the red light for the Fiend's entrance? I'd have to go back and listen to it. I have to have the volume turned down, so... if you want to shout out from Days, then interact rather than begging for one. That's true. If WWE is smart, yes, I know I'm asking a lot, they'll find a way to keep these shows integrated somehow to keep NXT involved. Are you doing Wilder versus Ortiz? If I can find the time, I would like to. Let's put it that way. If I can, I don't know what time TakeOver ends, and I mean, they're in Saudi, aren't they? Aren't they in Saudi Arabia? So what time is the fight? If I can have a look and find what time the fight is, then I would have a look, see if I can make it work. What brand is going to dominate Survivor Series? NXT. I really believe that. I think they're going to want you talking about NXT. Okay, Days, I'll send you one. No worries. I did. You replied to that super chat. Well, there we go then. You had it. You had your shout out, dude. I'm only messing. I'll shout you out. Shout out to Jesse... Callan. I hope you're happy I have shouted you out. Right, on that bombshell, Duckman26 Quack, I think, has left. I wanted to see what he had said, but I don't think he's around anymore, so... That'll do for tonight, I think. We are back tomorrow for War Games. Potentially, we will be streaming the Box Sim. We 100% will be doing Survivor Series. So if you are not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe. I would appreciate it. Awesome, guys. Thank you very much for joining us. What a brilliant, brilliant show. Absolutely brilliant. I thought SmackDown was all right as well. As we said, it is going to be a busy weekend, so make sure you get your rest. Make sure you're ready for what's to come. And hopefully, see you again next time. Bye for now.